Hello, my friends, and perhaps even gamers. It's Saturday. And this Saturday I'm streaming. Because I probably won't be streaming for at least the next week, if not 2 weeks. I don't know for sure. But in the meantime, we're going to start this. Which I got a palette request on Tumblr. To do August in that first palette, the 106 palette. And then I was like, what if I also drew Yarrow? And then I randomly generated a number to pick one of the other palettes. And I did one for Yarrow as well. So yeah, that's where we're at. And depending on how some other stuff goes, we also may or may not be playing Darkside Detective later. But I don't know for sure. Let me pull my tablet closer to me so I can actually use it. I did this a little while back for Elise and Cassandra where I had 2 different palettes. I use them on each of the characters and I just think it looks so cool. But yeah, I decided to go with cuddling. Let me turn off that color. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. I will color their hair, the back of their hair later, differently. I should color this chunk. I just have to color the part that's in the back separately. Or not in the back, but behind the fin. Should I just color the fin on its own layer? Maybe I'll do that instead. I'm gonna do this. God, that was so much faster. And then I just go in like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this, is the only problem. But I'm sure I have other art ideas I can put into motion. Oh goodness. Just casually sleepy. Anything else? I also want to do this. I could just do... I almost never do backgrounds for palette requests because I'm really bad at using backgrounds or palettes for backgrounds. Use this color. Why does Clip Studio do that? It like spills over and I don't understand. What the purpose of that is. It does make me go, ah. My Twitch account was logged into by me into OBS. Oh, I've been... Maybe I'll update August's ref sheet or something. And maybe I've been thinking about making a new smoother version of my August GIF that sits in chat. Possibly in pixel art instead of Metabang? Don't quote me on it. We'll kind of see what happens when we get there. This probably won't take that long, although I may mess around with some lighting and stuff too, I don't know. We'll see. I may change the color I'm using. I just realized our color palette reminds me of that one Animal Crossing character. But I'm gonna finish coloring this and then just go in and do some movie magic. I'll color their eyes in. After this. Yeah, no, that looks, I was like, well, you'll see. No, that looks too much. I don't want to run the risk of people making jokes. There we go. Okay. So we turn off the lines. I'm going to magic wand. I don't understand. Check back on the lights. I don't know. I'll just do the erase selection and clean that up. That should be everything. Oh, wait. Make that smaller again so I can really get in there. I'm also going to do, so this layer and then clip, so that way I'm literally just getting this layer. Swoop. In there. And then go back in. Here we go. I think I'm going to use the light blue instead. Just kind of... Ta-da! At the very least gives us a easier spot to start with. Couple spaces to still fill in. It might not have been filled in on this. See, I just think about when I'm drawing on my iPad sometimes, where I turn the canvas black, or like a very like highly contrasting color, so that I can better catch like where stuff is like leaking through. should be everything. So we can collapse that back onto there. And color some of the pieces like that. Oh, so this just works out too well. This is almost the same color I used for troll horns. Ah, troll horns. And then I need to do their hand. They're like, why is August holding a brush like that? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Oh. I was clicking my pencil on accident, and I'm like, why does my pen look weird? Because it's a pencil. Duh. Also, can you tell I didn't want to draw toes last night? Oh, I was not feeling it. I was like, no, you cannot make me. Shit. And then I'm actually gonna do this. Where's my brushes? Where's your brush? And Euro's symbol. Where's Euro? Here's Euro's ref sheet, by the way. Yeah. It's not a great, like, drawing, but it gets the point across, which is all I really needed to do. I made it oversized so that I could have it so August was wearing one of Yero's shirts. Because I think it's cute. That's it. That's the only reason. This looks like they're wearing a light shirt, which is very fun, because neither of them are light. That's fine. Oh, there's like a little speck right there. Good job. Let's pencil again. Actually, I feel like there should be a curve just here. That feels correct to me. Well, that means that now gets to be hair. I think I'm gonna use this as the stand-in for their blood. Just out of the colors that I have to work with here. Fun fact, their paints actually used to end about here, but I realized that you can't see that when Yarrow's hand is over their leg, so I just didn't. Oh, I forgot about their slippers. Yeah. Cut those out. There we go. And then give them paints. That is the same color as their skin. Hi, helios! You live! Hell yeah! I am almost done with this palette challenge. Aren't they cute? It would actually be 3 seconds of rain and a whole lot of wind. Yeah. Hell yeah, and also thank you. I got a palette request for literally just August, and then I was like, what if I threw Yarrow in there and it's taken me 2 days? Because I have to figure out the logistics of having both of them in this image. They're so cute. Hey, thank you. I'm gonna do what's called a pro gamer move. And just kind of mix and match the colors, because I only have so many. But hell yeah. If you are still up for some detectiving, as soon as I finish this, we can do that. Yes, hell yeah. And then I just gotta color in the August's fins, and then color the glasses, and I'll just slap a gradient background on and off stream, because I don't really need to show y'all the process of me fiddling with gradients for 20 minutes. So I keep thinking about, I was on a voice call with some friends yesterday, and one of them accidentally said a somewhat unfortunate joke about another friend. To be fair, friend thought it was fucking hilarious. It was definitely like, did not think ahead about it kind of joke. And I felt so bad, because she's like, no, I'm not, the friend who actually got the joke made, she's like, I'm not mad at you, but I'm never letting you live this down. And she was like, that's fair. Make sure I got the fucking earrings correct. Okay, yeah. There's one right here. We're doing the glasses later. And this can go on this layer. Nope, it's gonna go on this layer. I just need to pull this from August layers. I'm not gonna do lenses on them today, I think. I think that's fine. Hell yeah, ta-da! Them. Ta-da! Okay. But what that means is that... Actually, I'm gonna leave this going for now. We're ready to do detective things. I just gotta switch over some bullshit. And by bullshit, I mean all of my dabs. My creator dashboard. Helios, you ready to be a detective with me? Points always, hell yeah. I'm opening up the game. It's slowly opening while I do some stuff. It's detective time. Please let me hit buttons. There we go.
Ah.
Hello?
Muted myself and then unmuted myself instantly and tried to speak.
Oh no.
Also, really quickly, I'm taking another glance over at the weather radar just to be sure.
Yeah. Very fair.
Just to be sure. Everything's like skipped right over us, which is good. Unless you're at like a certain theme park right now, in which case you just got fucking dog piled on.
Oh no.
Crazy shit.
2901 is the number I need. I love putting so much effort into my VOD channel, knowing that probably I am the only person who looks at the description.
I'm illiterate, so I can't read.
That's very fair. See, that's the problem. I know too many people who are illiterate.
We're all illiterate. Also, can you screen share this to me?
Shit, you right. I probably should do
So that, yeah, so I can read.
Yeah, I was almost gonna make myself a another PNG to go more with the detective theme, and then I knew Lux would kick my ass if I stayed up any later than I did.
No, but that's so much fun though. Also, today I can actually see everything on the screen like crystal clear.
Yay!
It's all going according to plan.
Oh yeah. I think. No, yeah, because I finished the line art for this piece at like 2 a.m. my time, which is when Lux was setting out. So I got banished to the sleep. I got banished to the EP realm.
Dude, I'm always banished to the EP realm.
Fair enough. What are you doing, baby cat? I love when cats do that thing where they're clearly listening to you, but they don't want to look at you.
True.
So they're just like I'm ignoring
I
you.
just love cats, man. I just think
True.
they're so silly. They're just silly little guys.
He flipped over onto his side.
Oh,
He's doing that thing where they're all like,
case
I'm
in
so
point.
cute.
Case in point. The sillies.
True. And then if you try to be like, I'm gonna give you a pets, he's like, I'm gonna kill you. And you're like, I guess
Fish.
this is simply the law of equivalent exchange.
Fish is still in this like weird. So he just turned 1 on the 1st of August,
Baby.
right? He just turned 1, and his method of showing affection still is to wait until you're like not looking at him, and then to charge at your ankles, and bite you on your whole leg, anywhere he can get his little fangs in.
Munch.
And his secondary method is to jump up on something tall and then wait for you to walk by him, and then launch himself at you at Mach 10
Oh god.
and just pummel you for fun. He's simply very silly like that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, because Bobby we call it his sniper tower.
Ah,
It's literally a basket, like a very shallow square basket with carpet in the bottom on a like 2x4.
okay. That's a good setup already.
It has like a platform, so like it's stabilized because it's like under the couch, so like it stays upright. It has like a base on it, but
Yeah.
the basket is almost exactly at like my face height.
Oh no.
Which is about everyone else's like neck to shoulder height. And so if like he's in a mood, like you have to give it a really wide berth because he will just reach out and just smack you.
He will just hit you right in the face
He'll just
for
be like,
fun.
I'll kill you.
Like you walk near once and it's over.
Basically, it does put him at very convenient kissing range though, because if he's
Okay,
not in a
true.
mood, I can just go up and I can go mwah, and he looks at me and he's like, "Why?"
Fish will let me give him little kisses on the forehead once every week. No more. No more.
No more than that.
No more than that. It honestly, he probably doesn't even let me. It's just as many times as I'm lucky enough to get away with my life after. Like,
Bobby goes through. He's very like. He's good at telling you when he wants affection. This does not always line up in which it is effective or possible to give him affection. But he will walk up to you and be like, "It's time to cuddle," and you're like, "I'm actively doing something," and he's like, "No, you're not."
Fish will walk up to you and he'll be super sweet and nice, and he'll like rub his head up on you and he'll be like so cute, and then you reach down to pet him and he will immediately put his claws through your arm.
Oh no.
He's like, oh boy, affection. No, only
Ew.
me.
The real affection was contained in the kill.
Yes, exactly. He's so mean.
I will say though, I am the only person who can give Bobby belly rubs. I can only do it for like a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's about how Fish is with me. He'll beat me up, but like I get to pet his tummy. So
yeah. Well, it's because I won't do roughhousing with him. Because like my dad will like do like some rough, like obviously he's not gonna let him like scratch him bloody, but like he'll like roughhouse him with a little bit. And my sister is like his mom, and so he's like, I can roughhouse with my mom because he's a cat.
yeah.
And I'm just like, hi Bobby, and he's like, hello, I don't want to be touched anymore. And I'm like, okay, bye Bobby. And I walk away.
I don't know what I am to Fish, but we got him on the first night he came home. He like went to sleep in my hoodie.
Oh baby.
Like he crawled into my hoodie while I was wearing it and like slept in there. Like it was like a little kangaroo pouch. And then ever since then, he has chosen nothing but immense bloodthirst and violence and rage against me specifically.
I think that means you're his dad. I don't know.
He cuddles up to everybody in this house except for me. and I will walk by him, and he will chase me down the stairs and into my room, and I'll be like, "Fish, stop it!" And he will sit down, and he will look at me with the most peaceful little expression on his face, where he's like, he looks like he could do no wrong. And then I'm like, are you gonna choose peace? Are you gonna be nice? And then I reach my hand out to him, and then he bites my arm off.
See, he does that to my sister, so I think that means you're his dad, and he's a punk-ass teenager.
He needs this to stop. I have to keep, like, whenever I sit down to eat, without fail, he will run to sit underneath the kitchen chair, and intermittently, as I am enjoying my meal and eating peacefully, he will bite my legs. And I have to sit with my legs all the way up on the chair, and he will, like, walk around and, like, try to jump on the chair with me. And I'm like, man, dude, stop it.
Oh, so
I have to put him in a different room when I eat, because otherwise he will try to eat either my food. He stuck his whole face in a bowl of cereal I was eating once. Like, his whole face submerged.
I fully believe that.
Like, all the way up to the eyes. Like, he just smushed his face into, like, a bowl of Raisin Bran. I don't know what possessed him to do that. When he drinks his water, he submerges his entire snout in the bowl of water. And he, like, will open his mouth and try to, like, lick up the water fully submerged in the water. So all it does is splash everywhere. And I don't know why he thinks it'll work every time, because it doesn't.
He is simply possessed by the sillies at all times.
Everybody says that orange cats are more predisposed to being silly little goofballs. I think gray cats are very silly.
Yeah? So he rolled over and made a little noise at me.
Aww.
Bubby is also a gray cat, and he is frequently possessed by something.
I think they might just be possessed, actually. Not by the sillies. Sometimes the things that are possessing them cause the sillies, and that's it.
There's just a ghost in there.
It's just a ghost in there.
What's a boo-boos?
Speaking of ghosts.
Ghosts. It's true. There's a lot of ghosts in this. This actually is the highest concentration of ghosts, I think.
It's true. Also, the highest concentration is storms.
True. Oddly appropriate, actually.
I think that this game takes place in a city adjacent to Riftdale. And I think it also takes place in... Oh my god, what was that thing that we were... Oh yeah, Skibidi Toilet.
Oh yeah, the Skibidi Toilet Land.
Honestly, I think that could be... I think that all of the cities are actually just, like, in the same metropolitan area. Because, listen, in later... in later cases, do we not go to the desert?
We do.
The middle of fucking nowhere? From the mountains or some shit? I know that there's mountains.
It's true.
The campgrounds are in the mountains. There's like one lake, literally the one body of water. That's it. And then the rest of it's like mountains, and then the desert.
That sounds like where I live.
I think it might all be in the same metropolitan area. I think every weird town except maybe Gravity Falls. Well, there's Twin Peaks, but...
I think Gravity Falls and Twin Peaks are up in one area, and everywhere else is just
they're up a little bit more. And then every horror movie ever takes place in the Midwest.
Oh, true.
That's what happens here. Nightmare on Elm Street takes place here. In Ohio.
I believe that.
Dude, I used to drive past a street called Elm Street, and I used to literally be like, oh my god, Freddy Krueger's gonna kill me! He's gonna possess my dreams! I watched that movie when I was in the 4th grade.
Why would you do that?
It was on the TV, and I was unsupervised at like 9 p.m. when it was on TV.
Fair enough, you know what?
Listen, that was like in the stages where like kids started to have like more like those like shitty big cube TVs in their bedrooms compared to like the previous generation.
I never got one of those. I was like,
well, so like we got like we had like individual like game consoles and stuff, but we never had like I started out with like educational game consoles. Like the VTech or whatever the fuck. I did. That shit slapped. That's probably why I like frogs so much. This
Frogs
is
are
a recurring motif. But we also had like, I don't know, that was just when like laptops were like smaller and like
Yeah.
cubic, just straight cubes, and like TVs were like you would touch them and get electrocuted with the static on the front.
Yeah. Do you want to know a fun Opal fact?
Absolutely, but unless you're about to tell me that you used to like lick TVs for the static, in which case,
I did not
you
do
know,
that, as far as I can
okay.
remember.
Because I knew a couple kids who did that, and like, I don't talk to them anymore. They're a little bit. I think they got a little bit too zapped up there.
Probably. No, I knew how to operate a VCR as a toddler.
Oh.
Like a little 2-3-year-old Opal would be like, "Oh, the tape's over. Time to go switch it over." And I was pretty sure my parents were like, "Yeah, had a babysitter who was like, why the fuck? How do you do that?" And I was just like yeah.
With my intrinsic sponge brain, I have remembered all of the technical workings of the VCR.
To be fair, VCR is also not that hard to operate.
No, it's really not. I feel like you could figure it out if you didn't have the help of a toddler.
True.
With you. I think you might be able to figure it out. Just a thought.
Yeah. Although,
what would I know?
Who knows? I did also freak out a babysitter because I came home from an event at school. I was like elementary school aged, and I was like eating like toast. I think like they'd had food. I can't remember. I was eating toast, and she was like watching me on the TV, and I just kind of stood next to the couch to eat because I didn't feel like sitting down. And she was like, "Just sit down." I was like, "I don't want to sit down." And she was like, "What? Why?" And I'm like, "I don't really want to." And this was like baffling to this woman.
I used to get into a lot of wacky adventures when I would be babysat. One of which includes my little sister had a loose tooth, so I tied it with floss to a remote control car and drove it out the front.
Oh, we did that with the bathroom door, but we did it on purpose for one of my teeth.
See, I wanted some slapstick tier comedy to happen, is what I wanted to have happen, and then it didn't happen. I think we're at the part, by the way, where we gotta make a photocopy Dooley's ass for the 50th time. He did not need to tell us that. He trusts us with that information. It's like, yeah, the librarian, she kind of
photocopies my ass.
Specifically mine, now that I think about it.
I think I was telling my mom about the last case of the second game. Not the bonus cases, I haven't done those yet, but the last like official case. Which I'm not gonna spoil it because I'm sure I'll end up playing on stream at some point. But I was just like, I wasn't reading it. I got to like the secret note.
Oh, the secret note.
I was like,
the secret note.
I was like, I'm not making this up. And she just kind of laughed at me.
Listen, I got to the secret note, and I was like, everything I've been saying is true. It's right. I knew it.
It literally felt like my fucking Discord icon with Claire, like cork board.
It's the opposite of like I've connected the dots. You didn't connect shit. Like no, I've connected them.
It's like going. I've connected the dots, and the game is like this is a fully colored image. There were no dots to connect. I've just given you the answer.
We are as blatant about it as possible without saying it outright to your face.
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying, I'm gonna DM this one to you, but I hope it makes you laugh.
Probably will.
Listen! Listen!
You know, you're right, though.
I get to say that, but Twitch won't like it.
True.
But I'm allowed to say it.
I know, I'm pretty sure I'm so used to, like, how casual, like, Ben's Twitch chat is with some of the stuff like that. Because it's funny. And like we're all gay.
And then you look over and then TikTok has banned him for the 50th time.
But also like I'll like go to like say something to like one of my coworkers and I have to like rewind it really quick and be like, wait.
It's like, wait a minute, that I can't say that. I cannot say that out loud right now in this space.
Who is a very straight woman. Let me recalculate.
If I make this joke, they will use it to enable all of their strange behaviors. This joke this is in community only.
Although one of my coworkers is ace, and so like I can kind of get there, but definitely like on a different level of like I've unlocked gender secrets and lesbian pathways that she is not quite like doesn't quite understand. Sometimes I like say stuff and she's kind of like
you are a higher level just in general.
True. Yeah, basically I'll be like, yeah, you know, gender.
It's like when you gender.
Like, yeah, sometimes, gender can be lesbianism, but sometimes it's also when vampires, and she's like, huh?
Like, wait a second, I'm not there yet.
Like, sometimes butch... And she's like, okay, I get that one.
Sometimes when your gender kiss women.
Sometimes gender is dumb, but I do like women buff. Hot.
Women? Question mark? Looking at them?
True.
Like, you got me. That's all you need to know about
basically. Although, speaking of, I'm gonna throw my hat into the ring of detectives.
Oh hell yeah!
Dooley is pretty canonically like bi or pan. Like that's just a thing that he says.
Yes, he has to be. Like I'm pretty sure.
He says.
I'm like 100% sure. Also. Because dude is just standing here and he's like, hey, everybody. I am so maniacally down bad for this one librarian. But also, 1 second. And then he will say the straightest possible thing in a scenario, do a direct 180 and then say the least straight possible option. Like he is intentionally covering all of his bases.
He's playing everybody.
He's like, wait, I need to, it doesn't matter what I am, I am bisexual.
It's true.
Whatever is the most comedic for him to say, he will say it.
His sexuality is, I am horny, and it's partially for the bit. But I also think McQueen is like very much a gay man who does not give a shit about anything. Ever.
See, to me, he's always given me the vibe of has never thought about anything ever relating to it, only because that is something he is like, that might be a mystery that he has to unravel, because all he knows about himself is solve case, where's my partner.
Yeah, that's true. He's also like he's never had to think about it because Dooley's always been there, so he's like, all right, case closed.
He's always been there to
Dooley's
be
here.
the gay one. He has always been there to just be the one to think about it. He will say something and McQueen will be like, yeah, I think you're right. True. Yeah. I will go back to not thinking about this. You clearly have it covered, buddy. I'm gonna devote my brain cells to something like saving lost children and stopping the ghosts from killing us.
Yeah.
You keep thinking about, you keep following me into closets, buddy.
Yeah. Whatever.
He's like,
hi, Lux. You walked into a prime discussion. Is what you walked into. God damn it.
Listen. We are talking about how the detectives are gay.
They're definitely.
And how there's a really big sign in the second game that I can't make fun of.
It's so
live on Twitch.tv, but it's true.
Some days are so cute, and also the only ways I can think of to describe it, TikTok would kill me.
Yeah, no, exactly.
they would wouldn't even bother with the suspension.
They would be like,
"Get out of
that's
here."
a slur. They'd be like, oh my god, let me see. It's me. My people.
I'm talking about myself. I'm looking in the mirror, TikTok.
Wait, can I send the emoji?
Maybe.
Lux, I'm gonna send you an emoji.
It's also funny because it's also not even really, like, it's also just kind of game accurate.
Do you see that? Do you see that little emoji? Lux.
There's a case in the second game that both implies it in the way that would get you banned off of TikTok, and in the way that TikTok would eat it up because they'd be like, ooh, mythical romance.
Mythical. Yeah, true! They would. I think that was crazy that this specific group of people is responsible for something so celestially powerful, but like whatever.
True, we'll get there eventually.
I don't think it should be them. It shouldn't be them. It should be anybody else.
It's a miracle we got this far.
Actually, we found out what happened if it was anybody else. If it was anybody else, bad things happen.
That's true. It's kind of the way that, like, just stuff works for Dooley.
I think that if he was a homestuck class spec thing, his would be the thing that makes you lucky. I don't remember which one it is.
That's light.
Yeah, I think he'd be lucky.
And that is light, which is the one that's represented by a sun.
No way!
Yeah!
Oh my god, Opal, my brain is expanding to the 5th dimension!
I'm tucking that information away for later.
I've unlocked a new realm of speculating about fiction!
No, listen, I love class specting as a character exploration. Because also, you can kind of... I'm gonna say something that might sound a little bit stupid. Points the light symbol, that's me, that's you.
That's you.
Class specting is both a form of media analysis, like character analysis, and a look into your own brain. Because everyone has a slightly different interpretation of the classes and the aspects. And so, like, two people class specting the same character, if they arrive at different results, I think it tells you a lot about not just the character, but also the people doing the class specting.
True. Really quick, I'm gonna throw this out here now that you and Lux are here. If the Homestuck game was real, that would mean that the world is gonna end regardless, right? Like if the game was like, I'm real now, that just that's the preeminence of the end of the world. Like it will happen if it exists.
Yeah, basically Suburb shows up at the
my question is so that means that if the game appears, there is no ethical dilemma in playing it.
Yeah.
Because the world is done for anyway, might as well get in on it before the world gets a meteor to death.
Basically. It's also, although once the game becomes real, you also are at the whims of Paradox Space from that point forward. So if you don't have a weird convoluted childhood backstory, you can play the game, but you are almost guaranteed not to win.
Yeah, but like winning is just a condition that means that you like game.
Winning also allows winning so the point of Suburb is to make a new universe.
But like theoretically, I mean, like I know this. I've seen the panels I've seen panels.
Yeah.
From Homestuck where they're going through like this fucking big ass void space to other universes. So realistically, if you play the game, could you not just break it to the point where you win anyways?
That's true.
It would depend on who's in the game with you, is the thing.
Yeah, because the big voidy... Well, there's two different big voidy spaces. Split us up by Twitch eating my data. Bye, Lux!
Quick, get out of here before Bezos eats your phone itself.
True. Yeah, there's two different voidy spaces in Homestuck. Because some of the characters literally cross between fourth walls. Like
Okay.
the space they're navigating is literally the space between narratives. And there's some characters who are crossing through. Basically, it's like if you left Earth and went off to Pluto, and then got a little bit farther beyond Pluto, and then suddenly found yourself looping to the front of the solar system. If that makes sense. Like, it's literally called the furthest ring, and there's, like, space distortion if you get further out. Because basically every session has the same furthest ring, because it's like an eldritch zone. Because that's where all of the horror terrors live. Which are like...
Hold on, I just got a message that said I just cried over a Halo video from Henry.
Oh no. Henry.
Oh my god, Opal! Listen. Do you remember the song from Resident Evil?
The basement one?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Did that not sound identical to what Ben did on the stream the other day?
It did! It was
like,
weird!
It was like spaced perfectly. It was freaky. Anyways, now we should maybe see what it is about Dooley. But I will give you updates on my class specting situation later.
Hell yeah.
Because I think McQueen... it would be stereotypical to give him mind, even though he uses it all the time, more than everybody else, and has an intrinsic knowledge of things. He's very okay with not knowing stuff, but he also is very good at inherently knowing stuff.
Yeah, mind is also like... It's weird. It's a weird one, because it is about knowledge. It's also kind of about knowledge at the... Because, like, light is also... It's knowledge in a different way. Because light is, like, knowledge and luck and like, knowing shit.
So what I have surmised is that mind is more on the logical conclusions that you take to learn and get somewhere, whereas light would be more like the general revealing of the truth as an objective fact.
Yeah.
Whereas mind is the logical, like, it's the actual synapses in your brain firing, as opposed to, like, literally finding the truth, like, physically.
I feel like light is you want knowledge for the sake of having it, and mind is you seek out knowledge for the purpose of using it, if that makes sense. At least that's my, like, how I've always interpreted it.
Which is why I would argue that McQueen is actually... I think that I could make an argument for him being... I could make an argument for Dooley being maybe heart or blood.
Yeah.
Because I know that both of those have to do with connections, but also the way that those connections are enacted upon in a tangible sense.
Yeah, heart is a lot more about the self.
Yeah,
and blood is like...
I would argue that heart is also about the projection of oneself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not just the actual tangible self is something that, like, is speculated upon by oneself, but also, like, the impact that you have through exerting that. So I feel like I feel like you can suck and be like a heart player, not just to yourself, but like, cause like, what if you're like really good for yourself, but like everybody else like around you is fucking miserable by it? I think that could also have something to do, not with necessarily connections or community, but with the way that you exert yourself on other people.
Yeah, that's actually kind of how, I don't know a ton about Homestuck 2, but I do know that's kind of one of the things that happens with Dirk. Is... Oh man, a lot happens with Dirk, actually.
I've heard many things.
Homestuck is really interesting to kind of like, to try to like poke at from a character perspective, because you do want to like look at the characters and their actions and the impacts upon the other characters. Also, they're all heavily traumatized to teenagers.
Yeah.
That's like the risk course, the risk discourse.
Jesus.
It gets weird because, like, she objectively did terrible things. Just, like, You can't
Yes.
deny that. But there's also some of the argument to be made that she was literally being groomed by a character I hate and also the society they live in.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
they
go
look at-
ahead and I know that Vriska sucks. I've heard many things.
It's like, she definitely should probably have taken more accountability than she did, but you also can't be like, she's... Like, it's not just because she's a terrible person.
Well, also, Troll Society, from what I've seen, is entirely about deflecting accountability onto the people that you physically harm and oppress.
Yeah, no, it's
It is
also, like...
literally all about victim blaming. That's
No,
the
yeah.
entire. That is entirely what their society is based off of. If you die to a high blood, that's your own fault.
Yeah,
If
no.
you are a victim of systemic oppression, that is your own fault because you're not one of the lucky ones who can sort of make a name for themselves within the constraints that they are given. You are expected to be the perfect version of something, and if you are not, you are immediately and like pretty violently discarded from the entirety of society at large. If you are I'm gonna go ahead and say that Cerulean is like upper middle.
Yeah, it's like...
Right on the cusp of being a high blood, but like there's enough high bloods out there who could exert whatever the fuck they wanted onto the Cerulean cast to also still be an issue for them.
Yeah, especially
like
because,
realistically.
Yeah, especially because the two right above Cerulean are Indigo and Purple, both of which, because Indigos, which is what Equius is, are implied to, on the majority, if not all of them, be extremely physically strong. Equius is still kind of an outlier, but it's like a thing that like Indigos are very strong.
Yeah.
And then Purple Bloods...
At least they look like it.
Yeah, they're all fucking jacked. And then Purple Bloods are the highest land-dwelling
And
trolls.
they are strong.
And they are also very strong, and also...
And they can also kill. Like,
yeah.
They have a murder rage.
Yeah. And it's also... It's weird, because, like... I don't love everything Hussy... I think, honestly, I would like to adopt Troll Society and make it better.
It's mine for me.
True. But there's also, like, an entire... How much do you know about the Scratch?
I don't.
Okay.
I know that it's like a reset to an adjacent.
Basically, that's all you really need to know. So,
okay, good.
The
I'm
trolls
learning.
that we meet first are actually, this is spoilers, but they're actually the post-Scratch trolls. So they are the redo.
Okay.
Which was then influenced by another character. Basically, because Troll Society before the Scratch, also not great. It still sucks, but in a different way. It sucks because it's like the different, oh my god, this just occurred. It's like the difference between people who think that all disabled people should be killed and or shut away, and people who think that disabled people should be coddled.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
Hussy did that on purpose, but that's like the easiest way I can think of to explain it, is the Troll Society before the Scratch was like, you are lesser, so you need to be taken care of, but like in a way that would fail the burrito test.
Okay.
Like, this is a huge thing. Like, the Dancestors are kind of fucked up in the way that they're written, but like that's like one of the characters is like, stop babying me. He doesn't do it in a great way because he's supposed to parody, like, Tumblr SJWs, but, like, that's, like, he's like, stop treating me like a child. I am a grown adult. He's, like, 19, but... that's an adult.
So a little guy, though.
Yeah, so, but, like, they're all 19. But, like, it's kind of... But then there's another character who basically was like, I think they failed because they weren't willing to do what it takes to play the game. I think he's wrong about that, but I'm not in Homestuck, so I can't fight him about it. And so he pushes Troll Society to be like that. Like, the main villain is partially responsible in the text. Hussey is
Oh,
obviously, like, this is all Hussey's brain. But in the text of Homestuck, the main villain is part of why Troll Society is like that.
okay.
So it is one of those things, like, they're, like, that level, it's still bad. It's an objectively bad way to do it. Also, one of the people responsible for encouraging violence in Alternative Society literally does talk to some of the characters, and I hate him. I hate him so much.
It's just that like in that case, like as like anybody in Troll Society, genuinely the most that you can do is act out and hope that you are not one of the unlucky ones to be killed.
Basically,
While
there's
acting
no
out.
winning.
And that is entirely so like the thing is that like you can be a very, very like you can be like a true patriot to Alternia, basically, and like fully believe that your station is where it should be at and that your life is how it should be. And you can still be one of the ones to get culled in a random drone like appearing out of the sky and murdering you for literally breathing.
Yep.
You can also like be
that's why
like
Carcat is like that.
yeah, I would be paranoid and freaked out all the time too.
Yeah, that's legitimately why Carcat is like that in his earlier appearances, because he is a mutant. He's not supposed to
And,
have blood like that. So he kind of thinks, like, if he's the perfect guy, maybe he can get away with it. No.
And, like, yeah, I could kind of tell that because it seems like I feel like everybody going that this is just a personal headcanon thus far. I don't think that all of his niche and incredibly specific interests are the tism, like a lot of people say. I think that is, well, it is, but it's not. It is in a different way. I don't think he genuinely hyperfixates on any of these things until he gains security in it. I feel like he actually just tries to take as many cultural phenomenon as possible to heart, because one, if he seems like a shut-in, that's suspicious. Two, if he has no idea what's going on ever, like, I don't know, it's basically, it's not like a way for him to filter and parse the world. That's not what I'm implying. I think what I'm implying more is that it's a way for him to, like, keep himself as covert and, like, covered up as possible.
Oh, 100%.
By, like, if he knows everything about everything, then nobody can ever catch him slipping up. And if he never slips up, nobody will ever know that he's hiding a super dark, terrible secret that would get him called on the spot.
Yeah, no, basically. There's also, too, I think some people have actually also proposed that, like, he kind of fucks up the play. Like, a lot of, and it's kind of also supported by I mean, obviously that's where people are getting this analysis, is from the text. Surprise! Wow, people doing media analysis. But
whoa, for Homestuck?
Wow, on the internet.
In today's day and age.
True. That basically he's the only reason they even got out of it, because he's also, like, he has, like, these defense mechanisms to, like, make sure that no one can catch him slipping. That also turns into people pleasing.
Yeah.
And so, like, he's, like, everybody's friend, because if he's everybody's friend, someone will back him up. Even if they deny it. Even if they would deny that they would do it. I think Vriska might have actually said it. I think Vriska even, like, calls him on it at some point. That she's basically like, if you weren't here, we would have eaten each other alive. But because he was, like, part of it is, like, he's friends with everybody, and part of it is he was like, no, I'm the leader now. Like, because if you make yourself look big, people won't get you.
Yeah, it's just like a scared animal tactic.
Basically.
But also, and, like, and this is my last, like, observation that I kind of had about him, is that, like, it's not even just that, like, if you're everybody's friend, somebody will back you up. It's also that you have the innate ability to control and flow kind of, like, directly, like, with it. In a sense that, like, So you know that friction is happening between two people. So now you can preemptively mentally prepare yourself for the inevitable outcome of friction that you can't necessarily do anything for. So it's also very much like a traumatized kid response to not just necessarily be a people pleaser, and like it all plays into this. But I think that like he is genuinely like, I think that this has to, it has to be like the trauma mechanism of like wanting to like be, it's like a form of hypervigilance. It's making sure that not a single person is out of his field of view because they want to tell him stuff. They do interact with him. And if any of the internal friend groups are like arguing, all of that information will still eventually get funneled back to him through all of the mutual friends that he has. So it could be something as simple as like, I don't know, like person A has like a dumb shit idiot plan. Person B hears about it, and then person A is like, do not tell Carcat, he will flip his shit. And then person B is like, no, that's a better idea actually, I'm gonna go tell Carcat. And then Carcat hears about it and can flip his shit and prevent the bad thing from happening because he's got the trauma mechanisms to know that that's a stupid fucking idea.
Yeah. And
he's like, I have lived my entire life on the back foot.
He also, and this is kind of related to the rom-com thing. He also, he gives people relationship advice too, which for trolls is like a big thing because they have the quadrant system. I know you don't know much about the quadrant system, but it's a big deal for trolls. And so also
they got 4 different types.
They do. It's kind of 3. The 4th one.
Listen, I'm pretty sure, is that the one that's the club, the conciliatory? Nah. Sometimes you need somebody to step in and be like, listen, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Chill out. That was everybody in chat telling me to not go for the TV lady skibidi toilet. Everybody was like, no, she's so toxic. Please, buddy, she's gonna spit you out. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Her coat is so cool. Yeah. And she makes cool faces, and everybody's like, no. Yeah. And then we gotta let it happen. It's a canon event. That's everybody trying to prevent me from, I don't know, I guess being in a hate relationship with the TV lady.
True. But yeah, he also like kind of to do the same thing. Like he props himself up as like the relationship advice guy. And so he kind of gets like a heads up on any interpersonal drama, because if someone is having problems with somebody else, they're gonna come ask him for help. And so now he can not only direct the situation by giving advice, but also he knows A and B are having problems. And so he can prepare and be like, okay, based on these 2 people, if this blows up, I think this is what's gonna happen.
Which is why everything I've seen where he's like, where people are like, haha, Gamzee, silly, funny, and Carcat is like, no.
Yeah.
No, he's actually literally not. None of you freaks are. If any of you go off the rails, we're done.
Yeah, that's actually...
It's like one of you blasts laser beams out of your eyes. That dude over there can punch clean through anything. You got a cat girl over there? She's got claws that are her weapons. They're big claws to stab you with.
She hunts creatures several times her own size.
Always.
Yeah,
to survive. It's like if any of you freaks go off the handle, we're all done.
Yeah.
Any of you.
It's also, this is kind of like a little bit more like niche homestuck theory, but it's a lot of, especially with some of like the extended Zodiac stuff, that he's
the lime blood.
Yeah, he's a mutant lime blood, and kind of the running theory is that basically lime bloods were the people who told everybody else to chill the fuck out.
Yeah, like they have like a predisposition to being like chill the fuck out.
Yeah, which is why The
Damn.
they
And
all
then they all got killed.
Yeah.
So
Partially.
you're telling me that Troll Society looked at the subcast of therapists and said, no, actually, mental illness is A-okay and encouraged. We want y'all to be them. We do not support the rights of the mentally ill. We support the rules. Go out there and kill.
Basically. And that's a theory. That's not quite, like, canon. Like, Hussey's never come out and said, like, this is what Limebloods were about. Although, I also haven't played Hive Swap Act 2, and Hive Swap may give us more detail. And that's the other thing, too, is, like, I always have to, like, try to remind myself when I'm thinking about Troll Society.
The lore is incomplete.
Not only is the lore incomplete, it is pretty much textual that the 12 troll, like, if you just read Homestuck, right?
They're all
weird.
To everything. They are weirdos.
They're all weird, even for trolls, which is saying a
I played some Friend Sim, and I will say that a lot of them dudes also be weird as hell.
Oh, no,
like that one zebra. I want to strangle.
I hate that. I'm gonna kill him.
In a way that is not what he would put with little spades on the text. No, I want actual kill.
You have to take him out from the back so he doesn't see it coming.
No, because he would turn around 2 seconds before and say something weird about that,
True.
and then you'd have to stand there and be like, well, now I can't do fucking anything. Now I just gotta go home and think about what you just said, and it ruined my nightmare.
And also, his dad is a racist zebra. Which, I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but like, his fucking zebra dad looks at you and fucking does a microaggression.
Like, a thing. Yuck.
Actually, the episode of my Friend Sim playthrough with Zebra accidentally recorded through the microphone of like a 12-year-old webcam, and I went, fuck it, I'm not redoing that episode. So it has the worst
going back to Zebra.
It has the worst audio quality known to man, and I just refuse to fix it. I wait, you know what, he fucking deserves it.
Listen, the big clown guy, Marvis, his route is weird as hell.
It is weird.
Whack as fuck. Weird, I don't like it. They added the only possible thing that could have made it worse, though, which is Zebra.
Yeah.
There is one thing that could have made the entire experience of going to clown hell, basically, worse. Like, clown concert hell, and that was to add Zebra, and make him speak to you about how he is being oppressed as we speak.
Like, no, just shut the fuck up.
Because imagine being there. Imagine being an alien on a planet you never seen in your whole life before you get taken to fucking the clown fest, and you're standing in the front row, and all of a sudden this fucker leans over to you and is like, did you know that clowns are actually the most depressed class in our entire hemo spectrum? Aside from me, of course.
You're like, oh god.
I would turn to him, and I know that I'm a weak little alien in comparison to a blue blood, because they are pretty, like, they're just sturdy. Even if they're not strong, they're sturdy. They're built tough.
Is he a cerulean or an indigo? I think he's just fucking cerulean.
No, I think he might be a indigo.
No, you're right, he is. Fuck that guy, I hate him.
Anyways, I would still, with my weak little arms, use all of my body weight to push him into one of the crowds of angsty little evil children in the mosh pit, and I will watch him get trampled, and I will laugh at him for daring to speak to me about clown microaggressions at the clown concert. I would be listening to presumably the worst music I've ever heard in my life, being blitzed in the face with Fago, and this dude is just gonna lean over and be like, did you know that us Indigo Bloods, people only like us for our status? I'm beating him up.
Yeah, it's like, no, people don't like you because you suck.
He's blacklisted from the clown party.
Yeah.
You have to suck to get banned from Clown Town.
You clowned around so hard, even the clowns don't want you.
That is absurd. Bro is not the entire. He is not a clown. He is not just the. He's not just the circus. Even he's the entire entertainment industry at that point.
He's the circus nobody goes to.
E.T. Barnum.
True.
That's what the zebra came from.
Yeah. That's okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Hey, what blood color do you think that the Dooley and McQueen would be? Did they say when Dooley's birthday is? I thought they said that when his birthday was.
I think they say it in that case, but I can't remember.
Because they were like, you were supposed to have your coming of age thing a billion years ago, but we didn't want to send you back to Ireland. We didn't want to ship you there.
There's like a whole thing. I can't remember.
There's
I'll
a
have
whole
to look
thing.
it up.
We'll have to figure it out. There's like no information about this game online. I'm about to become the sole archivist for fucking Darkside Detective.
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
like, Dooley is approximately 3 pixels taller than McQueen.
They've just been standing here this whole time.
They've just been standing here while we've been having this conversation. I feel like McQueen can a viewfinder of his. I feel like he's sitting there like, what the fuck is they talking about? What's Homestuck?
True.
And Dooley probably knows.
Dooley probably does know.
I bet Dooley knows. I bet he read Homestuck. I bet Roxanne's read Homestuck for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Roxanne
She has read it and she has kinned from it.
Raxa met McQueen and immediately started running class specting on this man.
I know that she did. I know she's got a whole folder on her PC. I know she does. They should have let us look through it. We should have been able to see it. I know she got MS Paint.
Raxa class specting McQueen and Dooley.
Dooley would lean over and he'd be like, no, I don't think that one's right. About McQueen.
Yeah. Be like, yeah, no, you gotta be pretty good, but you don't know McQueen like I do. Eh?
I've known McQueen since we were 13. The Homestuck age.
The Homestuck age.
What?
I had a terrible opinion about McKing, and I'm not gonna share it.
I was gonna say no. What? No, say it. I want to know.
You don't know anything about the Dancestors is the problem.
That doesn't matter. I will learn.
Oh, I feel like McQueen killed Cronus. In parentheses, derogatory.
You know, I did know Cronus because I knew a Cronus Kinney on Tumblr. And I think they were the worst person I've ever met in my life.
They're pretty bad.
Like, they actually sucked.
No, yeah, they're pretty bad.
Like I don't know anything about the character, but I do know that they were like, it's just like me. If anything is just like you, dude, I don't want anything to do with it.
No, yeah.
Listen, if Twilight in this, by the way, Guylight is culturally relevant. When did the Twilight movies come out? Well, Twilight in the
Like the 2000s. I mean, Kanaya is partially a Twilight joke.
2008, which means that in like a year. And we don't know, because she's reading Guylight books, and there's already calendars, which means that there's movies and the books, which means it's concurrent with the Twilight releasing, like, the last few books during the movies.
Yeah.
Because it was a long-ass series. Homestuck could exist in Darkside Detective, in the timeline. It could be real.
It could be. It have to have a very silly name, though. It's called, like, House Trapped.
It for sure is. It has to be.
Dooley knows all about House Trapped.
Dooley is like, oh, I know everything about domicile. Let's see, domicile. What's another word for stuck? Aside from trap. Hold on.
Stationary.
Hold on. Stuck synonyms. No, not stick.
I called the Sabart fic Dwelling Lingering, because it just felt like enough of a mouthful that it would be really funny. Excuse me. I still keep thinking about how we can't show the teenagers any of the Sabart AU, because it has a big fucking spoiler in it.
Dude. I want them to. I cannot wait for the day that I go into spoilers and see. No.
Well, a couple of them have finished it already.
Yeah, a couple of them have. A couple of them have been like, "Why am I crying over Tales from Riftdale?" It's like, I don't know, buddy. That's what I said.
Cause it's
Take it up with Ben.
Cause it's good, motherfucker. You're in the trenches
Domicile immovable.
Flip immovable domicile.
It has to sound super fucking threatening, I think.
Yeah.
That's the dark side version of Homestuck. Maybe they have normal Homestuck in this, but then they got like domicile immovable in like the dark side. And Vriska is a good guy in that one. Yeah. Vriska's nice.
They get to see the forbidden ancestor texts.
See, it could be like that.
It could be.
It could be like that.
I need to.
I'm
not going to ask the creators. I don't want to subject them to this.
Creators of Darkside Detective. I need to know
if Homestuck exists.
If Homestuck is real. Please. Alright, let's get this picture.
Oh yeah, photocopier. I really don't want to put my face on here, but I really need a picture of myself. The things I do for this job.
I feel like Dooley had one that he could have maybe asked for.
Yeah, photocopy. The picture I photocopied of my face. It's funny he says face because that is his whole, like...
Yeah, he's bent over at like the exact 90-degree angle to get that.
Dooley had to fucking lift him.
He was arms to the side completely.
Truly. I feel like I'm back in kindergarten art class. I got sticky photos.
Also, well, I don't want to say anything about that one.
This is gonna be the least convincing fake ID I've seen in all my years as a cop. Fake library card. I love the fucking glue!
I really like that it's got glue all over. Like just right behind where the picture is.
Yeah.
So that you really can't make
a badly photoshopped copy of a picture of my face, poorly glued onto a library card that clearly belongs to somebody else. I'd say that this wouldn't work, but I've been around the block enough times to try it out. Julie, what do you have to say about the situation? Oh, I thought you found owning books suspicious.
It is. What kind of secret stuff are you reading that you can't get it from your local library?
Maybe people just like having their own books? Maybe it's a germ issue?
Germs? You really will believe in anything Hollywood tells you.
I was hoping it'd be new dialogue, but that is one of my favorite Dooley lines.
I read a book. I read a little thing that my mom got in the mail. It was a newsletter from like a health food thing, and they were literally like, germs are fake. Germs are not real.
Oh god.
And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Where did you get the impression that germs are fake?
When did they start believing in germ theory?
Like, I don't know, the 1600.
The 1500s.
Something like that.
I'd like to borrow that book you're reading. You need a library card to borrow books. Like this one? Oh. Well then, here you go, Paul.
Paul? His name is...
My name is Paul. It says on the card. My card, Paul. Paul. I got a trashy novel.
Wait, read it.
Milo Stevenson's reverse vampire novel, Skylight. Even holding it makes me ill.
Can you give it to Dooley? I thought we were friends, detective. Wait, why is it holding a banana? Like, why is the cover of the book like, look at the grip on that?
I think is the Twilight?
The Twilight is an apple, because it's like a forbidden fruit. Holding the banana specifically like that.
You know why. As live footage of Helios' house right now.
True.
I think there were more books in here we didn't get a chance to see. but I can't remember what books we did see.
I think we saw a lot of them.
We did see a lot of them. Haunted Place.
Haunted Place.
They've gone to buy
gone
poison.
to buy poison.
How they all died. Goodness me, he's dead. Henry Hamfist, the punch to death champion of 1934.
Did you
biography.
Did you know that there is a boxer from like the 1930s who, like, if you got into the ring with him, he would kill you?
Oh my god.
Like, he would punch people so hard that they would be like internally decapitated, like their entire spinal columns would just snap in their neck. It was crazy.
Why did they keep letting him do it?
Well, because it's the 1930s.
Oh wait, shit, you right.
They needed something to do.
What were they even doing in the 1930s?
If I'm remembering right, he did end up going on to, like, he punched somebody and, like, they were fine for a few days and then they dropped dead a few days later because he, like, gave them, like, a brain aneurysm and shit.
Oh my god.
And, like, people like to, like, fight him. They were like, we gotta put cement powder in our gloves. And, like, it wasn't doing anything. He was just punching them.
Oh my god.
He was just faster and better and didn't have cement weighing his fucking fist down.
Yeah. It kills.
True.
Just quit.
Yeah.
Jugular Wounds, an illustrated story.
I don't want to see those.
When I was 12 and I was writing a Little Mermaid adaptation fanfic and I googled chainsaw wounds and immediately
Why did you need
tab.
to know about chainsaw wounds for your little?
Have you ever seen the manga / anime Black Butler?
Say no more. Say no more.
I will say it was Ciel and Alois to defend myself. It was Ciel
You
and
don't have
Alois.
to say. You don't have to say anymore.
That's it.
I understand.
A guide to journaling your own death. This is Homestuck.
That's also clairvoyance.
That's true.
Which means that clairvoyance is Homestuck.
Oh god, not again.
It all goes back.
I touched its face. Well, that was rude. Jobs you're not good enough for. Me. Lemons for every meal.
Yum.
The kickboxing cult.
Okay.
The lackluster murders. That's Christian.
You know?
Cannibal Carnival. Late train made me late.
That is scary.
True. Life robber.
True.
I actually once was late to work because of a train.
No. I used to, so like there's this spot, like when I went to boat school, and every day when we would drive to school, we would have to go over these train tracks, and like 9 times out of 10 there would always be a train stopped on the train tracks, and I would just be sitting there and I'd be like, do you think they're gonna believe me when I call in for the 7th time in a row and go, there's a train again? They're just gonna say, take a different route, take a different route. The train it goes through the whole, it's the whole thing.
The train.
Nowhere else to go.
The train's here the whole time, y'all.
What am I supposed to do? Go in the train? Go over the train? Go through the train? Like,
just disconnect the train, let it go.
I would get
murder. True. Ninja zombies and other terrible crossovers. Orals? No thanks.
You know?
That's Death Row.
Real and true Death Row.
Morals.
He wrote that book.
No thanks. I can't do a Death Row voice.
I'm not even gonna try.
Never look in the fridge.
It's true, you'll only find disappointment in there.
Madman kills a person. No, don't do it.
That's in response to Madman killing a person.
True. Nanny Nightmare. That's the first case.
It's true. It's a map to murder.
Murder. There we go.
Map to murder and then murder. Now we know.
We did it.
And Madman kills a person and no, don't do it. We've cracked the case. This really is fucking
together.
detectives.
Hell yeah. I love the pain giver. It's like the opposite of a painkiller. Places to die in. Places to not die in.
Also a Riftdale gag. It would be.
That's what the funeral director gives you. The Origami Massacres. Isn't that just Heavy Rain?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. The quirky killings.
It's just a little quirky.
So quirky.
She just gets a little quirky, like, you know.
It's fine. The rash that wouldn't clear. Truly horrendous.
That is scary.
Quickly, hide. The Revenger. Related to the Pain Giver. Quay 666. Stabfest 6. Hi, Dutch. Dutch is here.
Hi.
Everywhere. Snakes.
True.
Tomorrow, the world implodes.
If somebody told me that, I'm taking a nap, dog.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Scary Book, Volume 4.
Well, why the fuck didn't they just... Why didn't they were looking for a scary book? Why did they just turn around right there?
True. The Trundling. Stug Esepe. The Underwhelmer. That's me. We're shaking hands. Vivian's Hatchet. Vet's Revenge. Where's Waldo's body? That's also Riftel Gag.
Listen, we haven't found Waldo in how long? At this point, it's not a rescue mission, it's a recovery mission.
Vanity Kills. They yearn for blood. Me about the teenagers. I did one of them joined a voice call with me and Tier the other night. Oh my god, they're so loud and opinionated. I forgot about that.
What opinions did they hold?
And we're just getting really, like, passionate about some class-specting stuff. Not bad opinions, but it was like, whoa, calm down a little bit, bud.
I love having the ability to be chill nowadays.
True. I was like, I forgot that when you're
my
a teenager,
brain being
everything
developed is so good.
It's nice. I love when I can calm down.
I love my brain being functional at this stage in my life.
It's great, honestly. X marks the victim.
That's fucked up.
Map to murder. The murder.
Wait.
The victim.
X marks the victim.
Ah!
Wait a second.
It's all coming together.
We are detectives.
Unzip the body bag.
I don't think we need to do that. What?
The yogurt vat drownings. I forget they spell things like that. Fucking
British
ass spelling. Zesty recipes for evidence disposal.
Wait a minute.
Hannibal?
It's either that or Imp. It's either that or Imp wrote this, because Imp really does advocate for ethical cannibalism a lot. A little bit. I am just not going to lose any limbs around Imp for that reason.
Or Fool.
Wasn't
or
it
Fool
myself.
who said
Fool has a special interest in like cannibalism and like researches it.
So like I'm tasty like I better not lose any limbs around Fool, and I'll say like I guess if it was anybody, at least he'd have a good time.
Yeah, and also like at least then it would be used and not go to waste. It's just that I don't think I would personally be able to partake.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, I'd be like, all right, you guys have fun, just leave.
I feel like I'd be like, make sure you season it well, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, don't make anything that would be embarrassing to the quality of my ingredients here.
Let me double check your recipe. All right, sounds good. I'm leaving forever. Goodbye.
I'd be like, I hope you guys marinate it first or something.
Yeah.
Really get that extra pop of flavor. Maybe brine it.
Ooh. Speaking of horrible things to happen to people after they die. Hey, look at this book.
Is this my book? No, it is not.
What is it? The most horrific novel ever written. And it's not written by either of you. Let me see that. Teenage girl, blah blah blah, reverse vampire, blah blah blah, love story.
It sounds terrifying.
Its mere existence gives me shivers. Do you agree it's more horrific than your works? Will you stop babbling? Or squabbling? Agreed?
Agreed.
Can you believe something so hideous exists?
Can you believe it's so popular?
Stoker must be turning in his grave. I
hope the poor chap does. My God, I hope Bram Stoker does not know that people want to do it with the vampires. Except that was always the point.
That was the point of the vampires.
It was the point the whole time. That is literally what Stoker wrote Dracula about.
Yeah.
Literally everybody in the universe of Dracula is like, there's something about Dracula. He's kinda, And like everybody would like turn to each other and be like, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I'd be like,
Let's go to his weird castle.
I'd be like, he does kill people. That's kind of a bummer.
And then some of them were like, no, I think that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Like they're really debating it over there.
True.
Like, and then like even then like they had like the 3 vampire women.
They were just like chilling.
And like if you
people.
don't like men, there's 3 vampire women.
Wasn't like the first vampire novel about a lesbian vampire anyway?
Yes, literally yes. It was like it started with like a C. I think it was Camilla or Camellia or something. And it was like, here's this really pretty lady, and here's this other lady who's like chilling out in her room. And then this vampire appears and is like, is it cool if I drink your blood? And then the girl is like, yeah.
Which, to be fair, accurate
That's
to
freaky.
many lesbians I know.
Like she was like, that's freaky, but like, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
And like, from what if you can confirm that that's the case, then I'm not gonna say anything against it.
Listen, I know.
If a really tall, pretty vampire broke into your room and was like, can I please drink your blood?
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Sure, go ahead, ma'am.
Please, actually, go for it. I'll draw a little X right where my carotid artery is for you.
I do have more blood per blood, so like,
Listen,
I'm
you've
prepared.
got extra blood to spare.
I'm prepared for this exact situation.
Just don't tell the pretty vampire lady that you've been prepared for that exact situation. She might think you're gonna stake her in the heart.
True.
She might be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
What do you mean? And you have to be like, "No. Listen, I've thought about this a lot. Pretty lady, not taking you through the heart. I promise."
The opposite, actually.
In fact, this is why I have more blood per blood.
On a genetic level.
Straight at an atomic level, I am perfect for getting used as a juice box by a tall vampire lady.
I'm gonna read this line and I'm gonna say a fun fact about something I've been working on. Oh, they're gone, but now what? I guess I can tie up some of the other ghost loose ends. I'm gonna turn on the fan.
How do you feel about the vampire lady from Resident Evil? I need to know. That's all I need to know.
I'm gonna go turn on the fan really quick. I gotta take out my headphones. There we go.
That's the only thing you needed to tell me.
Okay, I have my headphones back in.
Hell yeah. That was the only thing you needed to say, by the way, was,
Yeah!
Like, yeah.
But no,
True.
I have an original, like, writing piece that I've been, like, slowly chipping away on. About a lady who falls in love with a home renovating vampire.
Okay, hell yeah.
And there's an entire, like, scene that I have in my head where at first she's like, well, first of all, she doesn't believe she's a vampire, but then she's like, okay, clearly you're a vampire. And she comes over to, like, hang out a little early, and, like, the vampire's like, because in this universe, basically, vampires most frequently get blood from, like, people who are like, yeah, that's chill, just don't kill me. And she's a little gay about
Symbiosis.
And the main character walks in, like, while the vampire's feeding, and she's a little bit gay about it.
Listen, I got vampire opinions, and that is that vampires would be, like, the greatest at diagnosing things.
True. They'd taste your blood and be like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck is this? Ugh.
There's COVID in here.
What the? You got COVID in here? And I drank?
I'd be like, imagine, like, a vampire drinks your blood and then, like, you know, everything gets wrapped up and they're like, I hate to tell you this.
You
but you do
Ooh.
got cancer.
Like, not to be the bearer of bad news here, but
I know I just took some of your blood. I also
And, like-
know because of that you should probably go see a doctor, like, tomorrow.
please, actually, like,
I will
yesterday
drive you.
even.
Yeah, like, I will drive you.
So, like, here's my thing, is that it would be good if vampires could be, like, doctors, and also they have forever to study medical science.
You just gotta make sure they're not one of those doctors who's like, I don't need to read updated medical journals, and you're like, you do.
And it's like, wait a second. Well, I feel like you'd be able to tell those ones apart, because, like, you're not gonna go to, like, a 16th century plague doctor.
Yeah.
Like, in the real day. And, like, if you do, you're probably already a vampire. Like, you probably are a vampire. And they're just gonna be like, alright. But also, they could just, like, if you want, they could also maybe, like, offer, like, hey, listen, buddy, you're donezo, and maybe, like, a few, like, minutes from now, like, an ER doctor. But if I bite you, I save your life. Well, sort of.
You get to... Do you want to die, or would you like undeath?
Like, because, like, you could probably sign... Like, because they have DNRs in hospital, do not resuscitate orders.
Yeah.
You could probably just be like, alright, if I die, check yes, please make me a vampire, do not even bother defibrillating me.
Yeah. There's honestly... It's because it's different. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I haven't written, like, a long-form original stuff in a while. Because it's not my usual fantasy universe. It's in the context of this like piece of fiction. Magic's been real the whole time, but there's not a lot of it, and so it's kind of flown under the radar for a long time.
Oh.
And so just recently has modern society discovered that magic is real, but also technology. I think I described it to my friend as, in the context of this universe, magic is the why buy it when you can make it yourself with $90 worth of craft supplies.
Right.
And so it's like, yeah, you can do magic, but also if you could also just use like an oven.
Right, like that everybody has in their house.
Yeah, and like there's not a ton of like myth, like there's like werewolves and vampires and like such exist. There's just not a lot of them.
Like, also, like, what would the inherent benefit of, like, I'm gonna cook dinner using only magic? Like, it probably doesn't taste better. It's not, like, magically imparting flavor onto it. And, like, if you want to do that, bitch, just crack open your fucking cabinet.
Yeah.
Hello?
It's kind of fun because, like, it's supposed to be, like, a romance novel, novella, whatever it ends up being. But there's also, like, a really interesting, like... magic lore happening in the background, but it's mostly about this woman having her gay awakening because a pretty vampire comes and helps renovate her fucking mansion.
Yeah. I am putting all of my fictional projects to the side, actually, all of a sudden, because I need to write Darkside detective fanfiction, and I need to write it because I would like Dooley to be a werewolf, because it would make silly little blood alpha thing very funny, but because it would be really cute if all of the little creatures were, like, different kinds of little monsters that are atypical for, like, the Blood Alpha pack.
Dooley is,
like
he just adopts
not there
any
for normal reasons.
supernatural kid he comes across.
Also, I think it would be funny because I feel like McQueen is, like, a normal-ass dude.
Oh, 100%.
And, like, when they were in Scouts, he found out that Dooley was, like, a werewolf. And he's like, you can do that? Really? Really? You are already athletic.
Yeah.
You do not need to be more athletic.
He's like, is that why you're so buff? You're cheating? And Dooley's like, no, that doesn't, and like, this is all me.
All I'm saying is that, later on in the little birthday thing for Dooley, and you go into the place and you meet those wolves who are jacked and shredded. That's Dooley. That's him.
There
He immediately he did actually go, my brothers.
He did.
And then started howling with them. And they were like, yeah, let's go.
They were. Although now you mind, I still need to finish my Darkside detective fanfic.
And then Dooley was like, yeah, actually, McQueen, this is how I see the world. I'm actually here all the time. And McQueen was like, are you?
Yeah. That was
For
so
real?
good. Ooh, do y'all want to hear? I think Helios, you might have already seen this paragraph, but
Yes,
super
I've
secret.
seen
You've seen many
many.
paragraphs.
I've seen so many paragraphs. You could say, you've seen this paragraph, and I'd be like, yeah.
But I opened the document just to look at it, and I came across one of my favorite little pieces, which is the argument Chief Scully that he was so fucked. She'd called it indefinite leave, and McQueen had definitely told her that he would be back dead in the water or with Dooley in tow. She'd called him delusional, there was a lot of door slamming from both parties, and then McQueen had driven home with all of the occult paraphernalia he could grab from evidence before someone remembered that the door was still broken. I love that paragraph. Because I just think it's funny if, like, he's just like, oh, you don't want to let me, I'm just gonna steal all of this, like, contraband occult shit and do whatever I want.
Honestly, yeah, no. But, like, for real.
That's what he does, I'm pretty sure.
I think that's his life.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder, does Julie say anything new in this room? Oh, no. But... Oh, there you go. I right-clicked on accident again. Can we go out the window yet? No, I don't think so.
Oh, wait, shit. I was looking at your stream and not at the screen, and then it's like way behind. I didn't know which one I was looking. Both my Discord and my stream for you are full screen, and I was like, where are we?
Oh no!
Looks like you can get to the roof through here.
Thankfully it's locked. I'd rather not go back out in that storm. Get McQueen, I have terrible news.
McQueen, I hate to say it.
To the children's section. I've gotten them to agree on the scariest book. Can I have that novel now?
Was she British? I think I made her British.
I think so.
Good. I daren't see why you would want this vile thing, but I did promise. Here.
You received Lovecraft novel.
Yippee. Aw, you ruined the kid's illusion, detective.
I forgot Dooley can't see the ghosts. I just love he's called
It's
Little
okay.
Devin.
Little Devin is about to be part of the Blood Wolves, so it's alright.
Can you see the ghosts too, kiddo?
Ghosts? What nonsense are you filling his head with, detective?
I see them. They're my friends. Well, this one is. Some of them are less friendly. But I like them because before they came to the place was empty. Just me and Doris, and she's only interested in reading the mostest, dreadfulest books ever written. True.
True.
Doris is like,
Agree.
what if I took books and made them bad? And you're like, did you have to? I'm trying to remember. Oh, and I think we have to go back up here.
Yeah.
And where's the L shelf? Oh yeah, the one with the big fucking hole in it.
The one with the big spot. Wait.
Oh, yeah, we have to go
the
talk
guy.
to the motherfuckers. My gut's telling me that I shouldn't put this book back yet. I'll hold on to it until I know more about that hidden area Yeats and Crowley mentioned.
I forgot about this part.
I also forgot, clearly.
I know the solutions, but never the order that I'm actually supposed to put them in.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the reading room. I love Rex.
Where are we?
I'm lost. I think you give him Ben Shapiro's voice.
Again, I say that you and I, sir, shall not converse while Crowley lurks, awaiting a slip of my tongue. Why is Crowley waiting for that? This is a little suspicious sounding.
You know? Oh, that's right. See what we can find online. Figure out the password. That's right. I'm trying to remember how to get the password.
Wait.
Rex, do you know the password? Why are you wearing a Viewmaster, detective? Oh, it's part of the game I'm playing. The game also involves me pretending to talk to invisible people. No need for further questions. Everything has been answered satisfactorily. Goodbye.
Hold on, I'm trying to think about what we're supposed to do.
I'm gonna talk to Doris again really quick.
Okay, so that told us nothing.
Yeah, we were.
Hold on, I need to try and use my brain here. Because what I thought was supposed to happen...
We've already seen that. I'm just
What I
clicking
thought
around.
was supposed to happen was I thought we were supposed to put the Lovecraft book in the thing, and then could go in and drop a skull through a vent,
Yeah.
and then it freaks out the ghost lady. And then Doris goes up there, and then we come down here, and then we steal shit from her. No. Wait. Yes, but no. Yeah. But why won't it let us do that, then? Because we can't put the book back to go in there.
I'm gonna talk to Crowley again really quick. I met your friend Yeats. He says you won't stop spying on him.
I find it most joyous to torment the man.
He says you went into that room you mentioned.
I do. I'm most bored here. I need something to do, something to read.
Why not use that computer to go online?
2 words. Safe search. What?
Oh, right. Maybe I can find some kind of a workaround?
Please?
Just stay here and don't do anything. I wonder if we maybe didn't talk to him?
I feel like we might have forgore.
We might have forgore. Let's go see if Doris has any new dialogue. And if not, we'll talk to Raxa again.
I feel like it has to be the, Maybe now that we know that he was prompted to get us in the room, though?
Maybe? Oh! Nope, we had to talk to Raxa.
Yippee!
I think we forgot to talk to Crowley after talking to Yeats, and so now we have the Raxa dialogue.
And then we can go in there, I think.
Raxa, you mentioned you were looking for stuff on the internet. How'd you get past the internet blocks? Up to something naughty, detective? Me? No, but I have this friend who needs to get past the library firewall. That's quite well protected, surprisingly. I think Doris was worried somebody would hack in and steal her unpublished fanfiction. But I figured out the admin password so I could bypass the block. Want me to give it to you so you can use it too? Please. Okay, it was that simple.
Oh. I thought we had this... I
No.
was skipping steps in my brain.
Yeah, no, I think we were I think it was literally just we hadn't talked to Crowley, and so that entire dialogue with Raxa hadn't been unlocked. We probably could have had this password the whole time.
Sitting here like, where are we?
Yeah. Now Crowley should be able to browse to his heart's content. I'll let him know. Okay, I've set it up so you should be able to browse whatever you want, no restrictions.
Excellent. You may not want to stick around for this.
Right. I'll leave you to your business, so...
Shut the door on the way out.
Ew.
Ew, I don't
want to
Why do ghosts even...
I don't want to know. Alright, Yeats.
Did I sense? Yes, the beast's eyes are focused elsewhere. The air is clearer now.
Well... Clearer is maybe not the term I'd use.
Come again, sir?
Never mind, just don't go into that room if you can avoid it.
As you suggest.
Now, what's all this about a hidden room?
I'll share what I can. There is a place hidden behind the horror section on the 4th floor. The source of the phantasmic pollution afflicting this building is within.
How do I get in?
One of the books in the L section is a lever. Pull it and fix this. Godspeed, man.
Hear that, Dooley?
Hear what?
Oh, yes. Of course. We need to get the 4th floor to open the secret room using one of the books in the L section.
Wait, how do you know all of this?
Intuition? Sure.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, no, I think we were supposed to do that first.
Yeah.
And then... Whoops. There we go. Here goes nothing. Seemed to fit with a curious clicking noise. Right, we pull this and... Well, there's the hidden door Yeats and Crowley were talking about.
Creepy doorways are a recurring motif I'm not too fond of.
Let me guess. Staying here to cover me again?
You got it in one, detective.
Try and avoid getting knocked out this time. Spooky doorway. What is all this? Magica, Alista Crowley's Guide to the Popular Wizard Game. The Nox's Guide to Ghouls and Ghosts. Rituals for Modern Rituals. These are all contraband occult books. This is quite the nasty treasure trove. Why didn't I know about this stuff? Exposed wiring? Those loose wires seem to run to the roof. I love this. Ritual book. A copy of Ripley's Caster Knot. It seems to be open to the Summoned Spirits page. Maybe if I close it, this whole mess will sort itself out? Ouch! Seems to be charged by this faulty wire.
Let me touch it! It's literally purple and exploding with energy. Let me touch it with my little people hand.
You think he thought that far ahead?
My little human baby boy hands. Let me touch it. Let me touch the fucking live wire. Let me grab it. Let me give myself an electroshock therapy.
It happens. I wonder where it goes.
Not a very smart man.
No, he's not. Leave me alone. Stop that. Stop. Ow. Ugh, my spleen. I am not even poking your spleen, my man.
My spleen, my throat. My throat spleen.
He doesn't know anything about anatomy. The Necronominum, a Cyclopean cookbook. 101 ways to get ritual stains out of your carpets.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. It's probably good for stain removal in general.
Yeah, you know, because like if you can get rid of magic stains, you can probably get rid of any stain.
Oh, true. A brief history of time magic. The art of pentagram drawing.
That's another good one.
A guide for syncing your coven with the moon. You kind of need that.
That's another good one.
Oh, it's the whole shelf is. I do love a brief history of time magic. It just makes me laugh.
What about the other books?
Yeah, the periodic table of secret magic elements.
Oh shit.
The bumper catalog of magical components. This one is just squiggles. I can't make anything useful out. The definitive guide to demon identification.
That's another important one.
It's a good one. Probably hold on to that one, McQueen. Loving your coven. Occultism for nuns.
Wait, well, hold on.
I feel like maybe that's not allowed.
I feel like maybe maybe it's just good for them to know it.
That's true. I guess it's probably one of those like if you
prevent the demons.
Yeah, like if you can identify it, then you can prevent it.
Like, oh shit, that's Yorgolon, the Devourer. Oh shit, we can tell because he's got 3-toed claws on his feet. And I don't fucking know, some weirdo shit. I don't know what demons do.
Whatever they want, really.
I mean, in the darkside world, in this game, they are on some weirdo shit.
They are. It's a little
They're
like,
just some fucking weirdos.
Yeah.
They're just weird. Everybody in the dark side is weird.
True. I'm the library for this. I got a skull. Whatever the heck.
I can't wait to look at how.
What a strange thing to find here.
Look at how good the pixel art is on the skull.
I was just about to say.
It's like, oh my god.
A small and heavy skull with the engraving killed in Taiwan.
Killed is a real skull.
Oh god.
It's not even plastic. Can we go out and give it to Dooley and see what he does?
I'm gonna try. So, what are you doing here?
Do you want to be Mary Shelley?
I could try. I don't know. Was she British?
I don't even know what she was. That's why I'm confused. I think she might have just been from New England.
I'm gonna Google Mary Shelley. Boy.
Where was she from? Was she where? Yeah, that's a good question. It's 4:13 my time.
Hell yeah. Oh no, London.
London. I hate British people.
Can I do a British accent? Will I just sound like I'm doing a Lise impression? I don't know.
I could always do the British accent if you want me to.
I kind of want to see if I can do a Lise impression.
Do it.
Like a moth to a flame, I am drawn to the eldritch energies emitted from this book. Huh? I like spooky books and electricity. I even lit candles to up the spook factor. Thank you, Mary Shelley.
Thank you.
I didn't do it very well, but that's okay. I legitimately had a post pop out of my queue talking about the end of Act 4, Pull for Initiative, and I was like, why have I done this to myself? Hey, Dooley, want a skull?
Dooley.
Come on,
Okay.
Frankie, you could do better than that. That is not the solution to the puzzle. A small hole. I don't fit, but maybe I could drop something down to see where it lands.
Maybe I can give everybody in this library a little bit of blunt force trauma.
Just a little bit. I hope this works. Thunk, 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 crash. Now to find where that landed. Hopefully. Without having caused any damage. I love how he just does shit that he's like, maybe that was a bad choice. I don't need to know where goes. We know.
He's literally and immediately like, man.
Yeah.
Should I have done that? Was that necessary?
Yeah. What's all this noise? I can't hear myself read. So, kid, what do you know about the other side of that vent? I didn't mean to do it. Do what? I was lonely, so I went exploring. I found all these neat new books. But the one I read was scary and I ran off. And the ghosts arrived, but I like them, because now I have friends. See? You meant no harm. Troublemaker? Arrest him, breaking and entering into your group of illegal books? Let's say that both set charges cancel each other out.
This is not how the law works.
Dooley and McQueen are just like, the law is inconvenient.
It is. It's true.
True. Only if you get rid of the ghosts. And find him somewhere else to go once in a while.
He can join me in the Blood Wolves.
Blood Wolves?
The mayor stopped paying the... I don't know what that means. Dib? So we had to change from scouts.
You okay with that, kid? Sure. That's great, but back to the task at hand. He's like, alright, cool. Fuck you. I've got other shit to do.
Cool, we have conscripted the psychic child.
Woo.
Into the Blood Wolves. He will immediately get his psychic badge and his listening to ghosts badge.
He's good. He could help everybody get their listening to ghosts badge.
True.
Yay! We need to have energy flowing into the building and into that book. You'll need to get to the lightning conductor on the roof. Here, have the key. Dooley, we're going to the roof.
Oh, Dib is apparently scouts for do your best.
Oh. I see.
But I don't know what the fuck they are even talking about.
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
It says that it means do your best that follows the scouting laws.
Oh, it's probably like, I feel like Dooley means like a licensing fee.
The Grand Howl is a ceremony used by the Cub Scouts? What am I reading?
Terrible things.
It says that it was devised by the author of the scouting guide Scouting for Boys and is based on the Mowgli stories in the Jungle Book. Cubs act out the wolf's greeting, the old wolf, at the Council Rock, and are reminded of the Cub Scout promise. It is a ceremony. They also literally howl.
Oh my god.
So I guess the Blood Wolves make sense.
Yeah.
Here, I just clicked on some scouting stuff to learn and like got jump scared by like the weirdest lore I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my god. Excuse me.
Nice.
I know I did say that. As I always say excuse me when I burp. It's just like second nature to me.
I always say nice. I don't know why. I always like nice.
It happens.
Cause like what else do you say?
Yeah. I think I said that to a coworker was like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, I say that when I'm by myself.
Dude, I will literally excuse the air.
True.
Like, excuse me, that was like, excuse me.
It's
It's like reflexive.
yeah, there's nobody there, and you're like, well, shit.
Anyways, Dooley is very concerned. But it's raining outside.
She had the roof key.
No.
We need to go on the roof.
No.
Wait, I think this is the first instance where we can do the, we learn about McQueen's beef.
Oh my god, yeah!
Here we go.
I suppose I've already ducked out of one room this case. I knew I played that card too soon.
You did, buddy.
Now I have to fucking get electrocuted.
It's true. Julie, how do you feel about the rain?
This is why I end up with overdue fees. Every time I bring a book back, I end up on the roof in the rain. Who wouldn't avoid that?
What?
I get up to adventures when you're not around, you know. I don't just cease to be because Frankie McQueen's having a night in.
But...
Darkside detective? Should be called the occult officer.
I'm gonna climb the ladder now.
Probably for the best.
Dooley.
They had a real spat with one another in the rain.
True. More of that wiring from the secret room. It leads to the roof.
Do you need me to go all the way up there?
Scared of heights?
No. Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Ah! My eyes!
Oh god, oh no!
Ah!
Look away!
Quick, Dooley's lines.
Yeah.
Ah! Please!
I can read his lines if you want to.
No,
not
it's
look.
okay. I'm actually fine.
Okay,
How
cool.
come so much of our work is done at night and in the rain?
Antenna. The energy seems to be coming from here, but it's too powerful to go near.
This is one heck of a light show.
Skyline.
Fucking telling me, Dooley.
Sometimes I wonder if the people at Twin Lakes know how often we save their bacon.
I've never saved any actual bacon. I got a cat named Bacon out of a tree once.
Example to us all, Dooley.
That's
Storm.
cute.
That storm looks like it's getting nastier. I hope this works.
The
Junction
background
box.
is genuinely just how I draw my pixel
Yeah.
art backgrounds.
Actually, wait. Wait. I wonder if I have so many things up. Oh no, it's the Lux's. I might switch the camera when my thing changes. Oh god.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. So what do
I wish
need
I
to
could do this puzzle. I love these puzzles. Get down as soon as possible?
Looks like the circuit is connecting the book downstairs to this area. I guess I should break the circuit, then wire this aerial to lightning rod so the power has somewhere to go. I think I did this entirely on accident.
I really like this puzzle. Cause it's the sliding kind.
That's right.
And you can only slide to empty spaces.
I
So
forgot
if you
what the
keep
game-
sorry, my tip for this is that if you keep cycling everything like in squares of 4, you should be able to basically move anything you want if you keep an open space like to the side of you. So like if you can manage to funnel it in so that you're always like switching one space for another space while always having one open in like a square of 4 is how I do it. So like down and then like take the go back up and then put the see the square of 4 that you have right now with one open space.
Yeah.
If you were to cycle like that one vertical piece to the empty space and then that space up and then that space over and then that space down and then that space over, you can basically move anything wherever you want it to go.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I also did was that I got all of the horizontal pieces to the bottom of the screen first, because I think that's right where they need to be. Because if I'm looking, hold on, one down, one there, and then if you put that one there, and then this one here.
I have already forgotten your rule. Oh, there we go. I can switch my helios art.
What?
Hopefully, oh, my screen switches the way I want it to. It did not. Okay, no, it did. Helios art.
Whoa. It's true. I made that.
And it's cool as hell.
And if I had less detail on the windows, it'd be like Darkside Detective.
I love the way that you do the detail on the windows, though. It's so funny.
It's miserable to do, though.
That I can understand.
I don't ever streamline my work process because all of my little pixels are intentional. I do it with the same like mentality that beadwork is done, in which everything is done intentionally, and if there's a mistake, it's an intentional mistake. Mm-hmm. It adds like personality. Like there's always supposed to be one thing out of place to let you know that humans did it. Like that is something that is like a prevalent theme. So I always leave like one thing fucked up, and only I know about it, and it's great.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I did it!
Yippee!
Ouch, my hand.
Look, detective, the storm is dying out. Imagine that.
Okay, we should be able to close the book now.
Screen was a little bit fuzzy for a second. The moon!
The moon! What are you at, lurking up there behind the storm? Trixie moon. Okay, it's just the one.
Hate that. Now that the sky is cleared up, it's quite a nice night.
Down to the balcony. This is no time to talk. I need to close that book. No, I want to talk. It is the time. It's always the time to talk.
Looking at Dooley, literally looking at him right in the eyes. It's no time to talk. It's like you looked at him.
Yeah.
You're the one using your eyes to look.
I've closed the book. Bye, Mary Shelley.
Bye, all the ghosts.
Bye.
I hope Crowley had enough time to do whatever the fuck he was doing.
I hope so.
Trunks filled, detective. Though I don't see why we had to take all those books.
Dooley, they're contraband.
Heavy contraband.
We have an agreement then, Doris. You don't find me for having the books, I don't sue the kid for entering the vault, I go back to business, sans haunting. You should also get that wiring fixed. Ugh, fine. Come on, Dooley, let's get back to the office. See you at camp, Mr. Dooley.
That's so cute. See you there, Devin.
I do love that.
That's so cute.
He's just like, yeah, I'll take him. New kid, hell yeah. Which is the edit. He did not see the storm. I did get to meet some personal heroes and get a kid's life back on track, however. That's why I do this job. That and keeping forces of evil at bay, I guess. Disorient Express! Dooley has called me to the subway station to deal with an emergency. This one...
I like this one. Can I be McScream?
Yes, absolutely.
He's so funny.
I'll be the, I can't remember what the other Dooley is called, but I'll be him.
Wait, 66 and sixth?
Well, yeah.
That's not right.
It's not?
Sixth?
Oh.
That would be sixth, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. I did not even register that.
Sixth. Detective, you're here.
I came as soon as you called. What's the case?
Case? No, I just needed a ride. The station's closed.
Closed?
Yeah, some spooky train is blocking the platform. Anyway, let's go.
A spooky train?
Yup, spooky train. Anyway, we better get going or we will be late to work.
Dooley. It's a spooky train. We're the Darkside Division. Do you not think...
I try not to. That's detective work. Ah?
Let's go have a look then.
Fine, but if we miss the free donuts at work, you're buying.
I feel like the Queen has to buy a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. Station sign.
Man, look at that car and how fucked up it gets in the second game.
No, you're gonna make me cry about the car. Wait, no, actually, where's Peeper taking notes emoji? I need him immediately. I love that there's just like the perfect energy in the Peeper taking notes emoji that's me writing things down to hurt myself with. I can't say I'm surprised if something strange is happening here. Squad car!
Are you sure we can't just go to work? I need to get my morning nap in.
Dooley, this is your job. Leave me alone.
Let's get on with this waste of time. Nothing happening here investigation then.
I think that should be... Okay, yeah. Subway stairs. Cops is dumb. Not as dumb as your grammar, kid.
Yeah. Kid.
Dooley. Dooley, no.
He wrote that while waiting for McQueen to get there for sure.
True. Seems to be working, but I have no cash. Time to put this badge to work and make use of my police privileges. Jumping the turn barrier?
Do you use the subway often?
No. Before we had the squad car, I tended to take taxis.
Snob.
What?
What?
Did you say something just then?
What? Me? No. 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 No.
No, call him out, Dooley.
Sorry, detective. The barrier is broken. We have to crawl under it.
Can't we at least jump over?
No, the insurance for jumping was too high. We're only cleared for a slow crawl.
Being a cop is nothing like television promised it would be. A conductor. A busker. Actually, Dooley.
See, it's just spooky. Generically spooky. Nothing special about it. Let's go get donuts.
Dooley, it's glowing.
Maybe it's... I never got that dialogue. Maybe it's pregnant?
I mean, that would also be unusual. Dooley, that doesn't help at all.
Dooley, that's a train, my man.
Unky Sam, don't want you to know about the truths I'm here to show, so it makes me frown when I smell a pig and his dumb sidekick come to shut me down. Sidekick isn't the word. Poetic license. Pig. True. Yeah! Get him! Get his ass. Conductor?
Do you have a ticket, sir?
Sorry, who are you?
Train's conductor, sir.
Right. You look a tad...
Ghostly, sir? That I do.
Are you a ghost?
Not at all, sir. Ghosts are blue, for one, and they can't be seen, not without the proper equipment. No, we're from the dark side.
Then what are you doing here?
Train stuck, sir. Doing my job to keep the passengers safe while this gets rectified.
Rectified?
Yes, sir. I'm sure those boys from the Bright Side Division are looking into it right now.
Bright Side Division.
Bright Side Division.
Right. Why are you here?
As I said, sir, train's stuck. Not sure what caused it. Likely a problem with the track, sir. Would have to see inside the control rooms to be sure, but I can't leave my post here.
Ticket?
Thought not. Afraid I'll have to ask you solids to leave.
Did you just call us solids?
Certainly not, sirs. I wouldn't be throwing around language like that.
You call us a slur!
Come back any time, sir. Solids. What?
I also noticed that the dark side folks have legs, but ghosts don't.
True.
Eerie train.
It's just that they're hovering with their legs.
Yeah. Something about this green, transparent, and eerie train that suggests it's not meant to be here. Wow. Really?
No, maybe it's pregnant.
Platform. Security camera. I'd wonder if this camera caught any useful footage, but I can see that the working light is painted on. Janitor cart. Plunger, but without the plungy bit.
So, a stick then.
And
Sometimes Dooley is smarter.
yeah, I think
Plunger. Without the plungy bit.
McQueen gets so caught up in detective brain that he forgets how to be a normal person.
Yeah,
And
he has
Dooley's
no
like,
common sense. Dooley only has common sense when it's funniest, too.
True.
Why do they have a bone room?
That's a spanner, not a bone. Why would
What
they have
the
a
fuck
bone
is a
room?
spanner?
A wrench. It's what British people call a wrench.
Damn. Whack ass name.
Why would they have a bone room? What even is a bone room, Dooley?
That's a conversation you need to have with your parents, detective.
Does McQueen even have parents?
Why did...
What were you gonna say?
I just hope... I just hope that, you know, when McQueen walks into the bone room, it's one of the rooms that Dooley doesn't follow him into, less than 2 centimeters behind him.
I don't know. There's at least 3 different Darkside Detective fans.
I think there might be 5.
No, that's. I went onto AO3. And
I've seen the things.
You've seen them? Okay.
At least 3 of them are being locked in a closet.
It's true. My favorite
Like-
is the one where the blood wolves lock them in a closet for a badge.
It's true. I read that one. I read that one, and
Yeah.
the dialogue is all like, "No, it'll work. It'll work."
The little like epilogue after, like the little like side afterwards where they're like, well, either we'll get our like detention badges or we'll get our murder badges. So either way.
Either way, we get badges, so we win. It's good.
There's another one I'm thinking of that has more of a bone room concept, but I don't think I can talk about the details on Twitch. That one was also.
Bone room.
That's a
It is
whole-
also locked in a closet, presumably, if it's the same one I'm thinking of.
It's not a closet.
There are so many in which they are locked in closets on
It's-
AO3. In fact, it is maybe almost all of them.
It's like at least a good half.
There's not many fanfics. I'm thinking about joining the Discord and dropping a bunch of fanfics because there is an official Darkside Detective Discord. I might like appear out of nowhere and be like, "Behold, gay fanfiction," and then vanish into the ether.
Wait, you have to wait till I finish mine so you can drop mine too.
Hell yeah! If you do not have an AO3, I will have to obtain one.
I think I have invites, so I can probably send
Hell
you
yeah.
one. No, I'm thinking of the one where it's McQueen's birthday.
No.
So you know what I'm talking about.
With Dooley's his other
job.
profession,
Yes.
his other job,
Rax is there.
being a good friend,
McQueen gets high.
as he should,
As he should. That
as
was
he should.
honestly the funniest detail in that entire one is he's casually like, I probably should not have smoked that joint. You're like,
And then
McQueen.
And then everybody is like, "No, it's funnier this way."
Yeah.
McQueen was down bad.
That
McQueen was down bad.
he was.
McQueen was down bad. That whole fanfic was down bad.
That
Whoever wrote that had that thought, and I'm guaranteeing wrote it in a manic episode at 3 in the morning after playing the entirety of Darkside Detective.
Probably. That's
I
also
know
about how
what
I
mental
started mine.
I know what mental state they had to have been in.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it. I've been there.
True.
It's my mental state whenever I'm I get into like these fits where I'm like, I know what to write, and it's Maniacal.
That's the mood I was in when I wrote the one paranormal AU where Bart is like a teenager.
And he's having the worst time, and it's like, oh no, I have to write this now.
I want to write more. I don't know. I have been attempting to have thoughts about Claire as like a kid. Because I think, didn't we determine that like he definitely like slipped through the foster system and like was probably
for sure.
like on the run?
Oh, for sure.
Imagine being a teen on the run who can see ghosts.
Imagine being a foster kid anyways and being able to see ghosts.
Oh yeah,
because that would let you know some fucked up shit about the
say,
system.
There are probably some of those like orphanages and foster homes where
yeah, he walks in and he's like, what the fuck?
I feel like Claire probably also had a period where like he didn't realize that not everybody could see ghosts because that's just kind of how he is. And so at one point he was like, hey, what's with the kid like sitting in the corner? And all the other kids were like,
what kid?
What kid? And he's like, you know, the kid like sobbing, like why is nobody helping him? He's just crying back there. And Claire proceeds to have no friends for the rest of the time he is in that building.
I'm sorry, in the fan art boys, official Lucius minutes posted Ubertism, but all the shades of Lucius.
I am seeing it. That's the teenager I talked to. It was official Lucius.
They know what they are on about.
True.
Ubertism.
That's
what I have.
True. Also, why just reach into the fucking...
True!
Me too, though.
Not even like a Me Too first, but like, yeah, true!
Actually, I was in a voice call with some friends yesterday, and I was playing Power Wash Simulator, because I love Power Wash Simulator. And one of my friends was like, I don't really see the appeal, and I was like, well, you get to clean the stuff, and you can do the cleaning in patterns, and like, make the look, and she was just like, that's one of the more autistic things I've ever heard.
That is that's the tism of all time.
And then...
Is that why you have a house flipper vampire?
Oh, I have played a lot of House Flipper, and that is indeed where that came from.
Okay, good. I'm glad that I've gotten to the root.
But also, the next level I played in Power Wash Simulator was literally cleaning a steam locomotive.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't even have trade autism, but this is the most autistic video game I've ever seen.
I can't say anything about it because, like, hello.
It's a train, and I'm cleaning the train.
It's a train. Listen, all I'm gonna say is that it was really silly of... listen, all I'm gonna say is that I got, like, hit by the train neurodivergency when Ben started fucking going off about maglev trains.
Yeah!
I was like, wait, what? Are we talking about trains in detail now? Is this the tism time?
I was like, hell yeah, cool trains! I love cool trains! And, like, also having, like, the part of my brain that's, like, wants public transportation, like, running at the same time.
See, my brain was, like, immediately like, if you go crazy about these funny trains, you will be living up to the stereotype. You can't do it. And then it was like, the train levitates, and I was like, I am autism. All of it.
I am autism.
You know the fucking Good Doctor memes that went around like a few months ago, where it's like, I am a surgeon.
Yeah.
Me, but the concept of the tism.
True. Although,
we are autism.
We are autism. This channel is autism.
Hell yeah.
Literally has a homestuck icon. Not even homestuck. Side homestuck material.
I think all of the homestuck characters have the tism.
Oh yeah, no. At least
all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Because I said so.
Even Beck.
How? Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Actually, dogs can be autistic. That's a thing.
For real?
I think
Hell
so.
Yeah.
The control room is locked.
For now.
Dooley.
Ah, come on, detective. You know as well as I do how these things go. You break into the bone room.
And then the fanfic
happens.
Toilets.
You know, I will say this, I really like how, like, it's so funny that all of the Darkside Detective fanfics are so fucking self-aware.
There's one. It's I think there's only the one of it. It's like an only one bed one.
Yeah.
And it like
okay.
The ending like plays around with the concept of like what it means to be a fanfic, and that was so cool.
I think that this little community right here, this little Darkside Detective community, could pop off.
True.
It's got the source material, it's got the talent behind it. It's got the creativity in the fan base.
It's just like 7 people.
All 7 of us.
It's like Riftdale all over again.
That is also just Riftdale.
Except there's less being locked in the closet in Riftdale.
We should petition it so that there's more.
I think it would be fun if Stacy and Becky got to have a locked in the closet. Because they're the only 2 characters who I can conceive of doing that.
I want to put Chief in the closet just to put him in there.
He can take a nap in there.
He is a very EP guy, as determined by Project Zomboid.
Oh god, the Project
in which
Zomboid.
he needed to fall asleep literally every 2 hours or else he'd die.
Wasn't it like,
bro,
was it like
it's
the
on his
wakefulness
feet.
trait like had pissed Ben off, so he's like, alright, I'll give him the opposite, and then it was worse.
He's like, we can't ever sleep. We're always awake through the whole night. Why are we sleepy? Why is he so eepy?
I mean, I don't think anyone could have predicted just how eepy it makes you, except for you.
I don't know. If I was Chief, I'd also be that eepy though. Like, let's be for real.
Depression.
He's been through enough.
I think that shit at that point just having depression.
If the zombie apocalypse happened to me, I'd be sleeping a lot too.
True. Just be like,
Be
alright,
like,
no.
Man, I'm done with this.
True.
I'm going to bed. Whatever happens in here, detective, don't cross the streams. Why are y'all gonna piss at the same time?
It's Dooley.
Dooley, there's not even any urinals in here.
No.
How are they they're gonna piss at the same toilet?
I guess so.
Yeah, okay. Don't just follow him into small crowded rooms or the bathroom in general. Follow him into the stall itself.
I think he does do that.
He does. He's like, hello, detective. I need to get my eyebrows plucked.
For your other job, Dooley.
For your other job.
Flickering light? It wouldn't be a dodgy underground bathroom without a flickering light.
It also wouldn't be a secret rave venue.
What was that?
Nothing, detective. Dooley, how often are you in this bathroom?
Once a weekend.
No!
Although I also realized...
For his other job.
It's true. I also realized I think I actually gave Vicky and Bronco this dynamic. Because Vicky is like a party like rave goer, and Bronco's like, I want to stay at home with my horses.
I just want to chill out with my horses and do nothing of any note.
And then Vicky's like, come to this party, and Bronco goes, because of course he fucking does. That's our girlfriend. Duh. And then just like 20 minutes in, he's like, I want to go home. And then they do. And then they kiss about it.
Just, please, I want to go home. I don't want to be here no more. I have been at this establishment for too long.
True. Rat! No!
Rat!
Goodbye,
No!
Rat! He's left us.
So sad.
No, he does just follow him in here.
I don't feel comfortable with any of this.
Or do you want me to be Shaq?
I don't want to be
I'll be Shaq. You and me both,
I don't want to
Daddy-o.
I don't want to say that word.
Spooky hoverer. I'm in a bit of a bind, Daddy-o.
I'm saying the word, Shaq.
Hi there. Oh, sorry, the door was unlocked. Yeah. Lock's broke and I've no feet to hold against it. Right. Well, I'll leave you to it. Well, hold up, Daddy-O. I'm in a bit of a funky situation. Maybe you can help me out.
I don't like it being called a funky situation.
It sucks. Oh, what is it? Stella has no toilet paper, Daddy-O, and I'm a cat that needs some. Yeah, sure. Sure, we can look. We're leaving immediately.
I
The
don't
rat!
want to be in here. Rat, no!
Rat, he's gone again. Cubicle.
What on earth is that?
Not sure, but I think we should send it back to wherever it came from. Flush. No use.
You could say that it is intentical on staying where it is. Eh? Eh? Eh?
I need to find something to push it down with. He's like not even going to acknowledge.
Wait, what's the graffiti say? That's some lazy graffiti. I always put in more effort when tagging the subways.
What?
Heard me, narc.
The queen
You
was mad at
heard
him.
me. Who do you think wrote cops is dumb?
True. Also, it does look like they are holding hands.
They're holding hands in the tentacle bathroom. Hooray!
There's safety in numbers. Tentacle.
What are you gonna give?
I don't know. I need to find something to force him down with. Like a stick? Doesn't feel right to me.
Beating him with a stick.
What's in this last one? That's toilet paper. Creepy or not, nobody deserves to be stranded without toilet paper. Toilet paper. Why do you always follow me into these tight spaces?
Well, you know what they say about friends in tight spaces?
No?
Me neither.
Dooley.
Dooley lying. He's lying. He
is
knows.
lying.
He knows what he wants to have happen. That noise reminds me of the career since... That noise reminds me of my career since I was assigned to the darkside division.
Dooley. Hi gamers. Hi, Tier!
Here! Tier. 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 Tier.
Helios is here.
This is a... Listen. This is a Riftdale coded game. I need you to know that ASAP. On the spot.
Hey, Tier, didn't you play the demo? I feel
Please.
like we had this discussion.
I hope that you are a Darkside Detective enjoyer. It is my favorite game.
I'm sorry that you came in the part where we're in the spooky bathroom.
Yeah.
It is. I played the demo ages ago and it's great. The full game is so good.
Here. What's your Steam account? Do you have a Steam account? For end of the month purposes, I need to know what your Steam account is. If you would DM it to me sometime.
Here you go, guy. Sorry to leave you hovering for so long. Far out, Daddy-O. Here, take this coin.
Stop saying it! Stop saying it, Shaq!
He's disappearing.
You don't
It's
need
fine.
to call us that.
Why does my brain pick the worst times to remember the weird shit that Ben says?
What did he say?
I remember when we watched the gay man only button,
Yes.
and he was talking about twinks in bars. And how,
I
like,
hope I think I tuned him out.
that's entire. He just made a comment that like they'll just call you daddy, like if you're just nice to them. And that's all I can think about.
That's the scariest possible thing somebody could say to me.
True. Ticket machine.
I think I would get jump scared by being told that, by just having that in like somebody's vocabulary around me.
True.
If I was just in a group of people and somebody called somebody else that, I would like be sitting there and I'd be like, "What?"
Just like jump
I'd be like,
scared.
I'd be like, "Stop."
There is not a chance in hell that this will work. No, right, of course. I got a ticket!
Do you have a ticket, sir?
I do have a ticket.
Oh, you do? Only it's just that you look a little...
A little...
Don't get offended, sir, but you look a little healthy. Anyway, please hand it over when ready, sir. Come back anytime, sir.
Will we? Here we go. 1 ticket.
Fine, on you go then, I suppose.
Hey, Dooley, how do you feel about a train?
Everyone here is so sick looking.
They're not sick, they're transparent. I can see right through them.
I've always been impressed with your scrutiny skills. Well, now he thinks that they're all probably like fucking faking being sick. It's like, no.
Do you want to look it up, please? As very soon as that is Jenna, don't feel the need to gift me anything. Helios fucking jump scared me with this game.
Hold on, but like, do you have any gaming platforms? Because I'm pretty sure Darkside Detective is on multiple things now.
Can you get it on Switch?
Hold on.
Because I do have a family.
It
dream.
is on the Nintendo Switch.
I'm gonna have to get it on my Switch and play it again, and then subject everyone around me to hearing about the Darkside Detective.
I think both games are on the Switch.
Hell
Yeah, both games are on the Switch for $15.
nice. Being a cinema experience and everything. That's true. We're doing some very fun voices. I suppose Ben's supposed to go live in like 5 minutes. That's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just play until he turns on Facecam, and then we'll raid in as per the usual. I like your glasses.
I hope there's gonna... I don't even know where to begin with this motherfucker. It just reminds me of the current TikTok thing where it's like, life, it never die.
Yeah.
Women are my favorite guy.
Yeah!
That's this dude.
I have to get fairly switch them. I know my dad enjoyed. I also know the demo is on Congregate. Hell yeah. Yeah, I want to play more Tears of the Kingdom, but I can only play Tears of the Kingdom on big TV, so I'll have to get Darkside Detective and play that.
Big TV.
Well, not big. It's a regular TV, but like I can't like handheld Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild feels weird to me.
Yeah, I can't do it. I couldn't do it with Breath of the Wild. I couldn't.
It's the game too big.
Play it and it was like freaky. Game literally too big. I like being able to see the sky bigger and like everything around me bigger. Otherwise, the camera feels too close together, even though it's not.
Yeah. You want me to try the voice?
I am pleading for you.
They're my party goggles. On your way to a party? Always, darling. Every place is a party place when I have my goggles on, and I always have my goggles on. Even here now, we party on the train. Alright.
Ah.
Hippie gal.
Well, hello there.
Hiya.
Where are you off to?
I was on my way to San Francisco. Obviously, but then we got stuck here. This place is terrifying.
How so?
Well, for a start, there's not a single screaming beast in the sky. Nobody is being followed by shadow men, and nothing is on fire. Nothing.
Maybe you're not the girl for me.
Dooley, why
Sure,
is
the
it
girl
only a
for
baby?
you. The girl for you is standing 2 feet away from you in a brown coat.
Right there. I poked you.
Nanny Dooley, is that you?
Sorry, dearie. I'm Granny Ghoulie. You do look like my little Patrick, though.
My name is Patrick too.
Did you also like games of I Spy as a child?
I did.
I spy with my little eye the coming of the end, the world eating itself, rivers of gore flooding the streets.
I don't know this version of the game.
Oh, seeing the end times was little Patrick's favorite. Alright. Thanks, Granny.
Thanks, Granny Ghoulie.
The dark side portal. Appears we found our #1 suspect for all these strange goings-on.
You have the right to remain silent when questioned. Anything you say or do may be...
Dooley. What are you doing?
Reading it its rights?
And how exactly do you intend to arrest it?
With my handcuffs, obviously?
Top marks for enthusiasm, Dooley.
Did you ever see that documentary about cannibals that live in the subway tunnels?
No.
Me either. Which I regret right now.
Dooley. There are no cannibals in the subway.
You don't know that. You didn't see the documentary.
I feel like that was probably a horror movie.
There is a horror movie called that. It's like Cannibalistic Humanoids Underground or some shit.
Oh my god, of course there is. Walk through portal. Looks like the Purple Rift has an accomplice.
I'm gonna need a second pair of handcuffs. This is one heck of a light show they got going on down here.
Dooley. They're portals to the dark side. We're in the dark side right now.
Of course it's dark. We're underground. That's probably why they've lit it up like this.
Agent McScream! You look familiar.
Does the fire recognize the flame? Does the darkness recognize the shadow? Does the storm recognize the
Wind. Rain.
Damn it, man, I've lost my train of thought.
So, you're an agent here, huh?
We are all agents of the never-ending hunt. Servants of the crawling death void. Ministers of the world's cruelty.
Well, I'm happy you're doing okay for yourself. So, I'm unlocking my phone really quick. There we go.
Thanks. It's been a lot of hard work and late nights at the office.
Any idea what's going on?
Interlopers, fiends, fleshy monstrosities. Things that should not have come to pass. Tracks of chaos intertwine.
So, not much of an idea right now, then?
No.
So, receding hairline. How's that treating you?
The end comes for us all. Entropy is a cruel mistress.
Yeah. Let's hope it's from growing up in this weird hole. Goodbye. I'd best be going.
We had all best be going to the places we would best be at.
Yeah. Even McQueen's just like, I don't have fucking time for this.
Like, yeah, no time to unpack whatever that was.
Finally, somebody in authority. You wanna be the
Hey.
conductor? Yeah. Sorry, guy, but you don't know any more than the rest of us. Hi, detective. What's going on? Raxa, why are you here? Getting the train home from college? Then we got diverted to wherever this is.
Well, we're on the case now, so get comfortable.
He means... No, yeah, I get it. Let me know if I can help at all. Will do. I forgot I was Raxa for a second. Headphones! Hello? Doo-da-dee! I wonder if he even knows what's going on.
Help, no, he's got his headphones on. See, these people look healthier.
That's because they're alive, Dooley?
Playing video games, listening to music, indulging in mind-altering substances. I guess they are living life to the fullest.
Fire extinguisher? In case of fire, pray somebody has refilled the extinguisher. They have not.
Ah,
Conductor.
that's not good. Stay back, monster! Dang.
Whoa, calm down.
Sorry, I thought you were him.
Him?
The intense man in the tunnel who threatens to arrest and or eat anyone who gets off the train.
Arrest or eat?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, and I'm not sure who chooses.
What's going on here?
I don't like how Agent McScream is gonna eat people.
He does that sometimes, apparently.
No! You're not. You're really not him. I don't really know what happened. We left the last station on time, and then some weird lights flashed, and now we're here.
I've been here 5 minutes. These guys are already near and dear to my heart. Truly the darkside detective experience.
Tear, you get it.
I think so much about these two detectives.
I'm only ever thinking about these stupid little detectives.
And they
Tear.
have...
Tier. Wait until the second game, Tier.
Oh my god, the second game.
The secret?
The secrets.
The secret?
Secrets plural. There's a couple in there.
And all of them point to the same conclusion.
True.
Wherever here is.
Who's this man you keep talking about?
He looks a bit like you, only not. Not at all now that I see you. Properly see you. He stalks about outside the train, sniffing for clues and snarling when he sees us.
Has he hurt anyone so far?
Thankfully, no. He seems more menacing than dangerous.
Goodbye.
If you need anything else, I'll be here. Sorry about the mix-up earlier. Yeah, at least Conductor Al didn't call us a fucking slur.
True. Warning sign. If you find yourself in a parallel dimension, please stay in the carriage. Another useful warning.
Yeah, if you go out there, I guess McScream fucking eats you.
True.
Hey dude, we've been on this train for ages. What's going on?
I'm afraid...
Because I keep seeing floating green people.
I'm not at liberty...
I think I indulged a little too much this morning.
You probably shouldn't tell me that. I am an officer of the law.
Far out, dude.
Never mind. Dooley wouldn't, narc.
Dooley would indulge with you.
True.
I should probably stay with these people. Make sure they're okay.
You're tired from walking to the tunnels, aren't you?
Stop using your Sherlock powers on me.
Oh, that's right. That's why you have to do like this entire section by yourself. Ghost Cop! Now then.
Oh wait, yeah, you
can
be Ghoulie and I can be McScream.
Now then. You look like one of those living folk we got plotting around about the place right now. Officer Dooley? Name's Ghoulie, chief of the Brightside Division. Brightside? Division, specialist, deal with threats from your neck of the woods, so as to speak. My neck of the woods? The other world, that which from whence you came, son. I surmise from your appearance that you are a detective, albeit one down on his luck. Hey! I presume
the detective!
I also love he took one look at McQueen and was like, this guy's pathetic. Also, I think Ben's about to start, so I'm gonna finish this dialogue and then we'll save.
Yippee!
I presume that being the case, you've crossed over to investigate your world's version of this situation? I am. Can you help? No, son, I cannot. This isn't your jurisdiction. You should leave this to us professionals and take care of your own training back in your own world. Shouldn't you look into that? Jurisdiction, son. Seems like a concept beyond a dangerous maverick such as yourself. Maybe I should slap you behind bars. Okay, yeah, I think Ben is gonna start, like, soonish. Because he's actually at his camera. I fucking love Chief Ghoulie.
I have no idea if he has, like, fucking, I don't know if he's appealed his TikTok ban.
I have no idea. But yeah, I say. So, yeah, Ben's probably about to start.
I popped in to say hey besties and now I'm vanishing again so I can raid.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, homestuck themed.
Yeah. We did this for 413 and 612, so but so a couple things before we get going today. I'm not going to be streaming next week because I'm going to be out of town. It's entirely possible I will also not be streaming the week after because I think my days off are mostly the days I will be out of town. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. in the meantime, we're gonna raid on into Ben. I should probably actually start the raid message, huh? That would probably be a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you, Helios, for joining me. I always love having you, just on general
Hell yeah.
streams, but
I'll
especially
be
doing
here all the
voices.
time.
True. Hell yeah.
Listen, if the weather permits it,
It's fun. Yeah,
which it
no.
almost didn't.
It almost didn't.
When the weather permits it, and when we're not prepping for charity, I usually am free all the time.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so I probably won't be raiding much. I might try to do a like nighttime power wash simulator stream. Like a no mic kind of stream. Helios needs to be eaten by the weather. I also would like for Helios not to be eaten by the weather.
I think I'm too powerful, but
True.
I'm gonna knock on wood when I say that shit actually immediately.
But yeah, thanks for joining
Fucking
me.
punching
Helios.
my desk.
That's
No
what I just
problem.
did.
Let me get out of here so that you can say your goodbyes.
Okay. Bye.
All right. See ya.
But yeah, thanks for coming live or watching this live. Thanks for watching it back if you're watching it back. Be gay, do crime, read homestuck should you desire. I can't tell you what to do. And I will see you next time. Bye.